फलों के साथ गुड़ भी भरे पानी मिला समय दो यार प्रकृति का जादू है चमत्कार Bioenzyme चमकने दो हर बूंद से धरती को साफ करो वृक्ष से लेकर घरों तक टूटे भी चमके कमाल के साथ ना जहरीला ब्लीच न सपड़े का डर नींबू सा प्यार करे असर कचरे से चमत्कार की ये कुंजी साफ सुथरी बिना केमिकल की दुनिया बमसी 20 दिन तक राते रहो बुलबुल देखो जादू कहो कंपोस्ट की ताकत इस बोतल में घर बदले हम भी बदले क्षण में Bioenzyme चमकने दो हर बूंद से धरती को साफ करो टुकड़ों वालियों बीजों के लिए साफ तेरी दुनिया दुनिया तुम्हारे लिए अब न फेंको यार कचरे से बना सुनहरा उपहार हर अक्षर में है एक संदेश हर गली दिल सोच भूमि विशेष अब वक्त है चमकने का
Shubhangi, let's start, Shubhangi.
Hello. Can someone confirm if I'm audible and also visible?
Yes, Shubhangi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Namaste and very warm welcome to all aspiring entrepreneurs, eco-warriors, and innovators joining us today for the Bioenzymes Entrepreneurs Academy online workshop, Beyond 1310 Innovation, Product and Development. Many of us have started our bioenzyme journey in our kitchens or in our backyards, mastering the classic 1/3/10 ratio. But today we are talking about scaling up. We are talking about taking that grassroots magic and turning into a viable, commercial, and standardized products. Through these commercializations, we as innovators, we are not just building a profitable business, but we are also fueling the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, the self-reliant India, and creating a blueprint for a sustainable economic growth. So before starting this workshop, let us begin with the Shanti part. I would like to invite Padma ji for it.
Hello everyone, good evening. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadi Tamastumavit Vishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Padma ji. We are setting the tone right for our workshop. I would request everyone to stand up, and if you want, you can switch off your videos also for the national anthem. I'll just play it. 1 second.
Shubhangi, it's not audible.
I request everyone to please settle down. Okay. Um, Before starting our current session, let's just quickly take a look back what we have deep dived earlier. We have looked into the core fundamentals. We have explored science and properties of bioenzymes, unlocking the essentials of financial planning and also legal compliance. Building directly on top of that knowledge we have gained in last 2 days, we are taking another exciting leap. We will be focusing on some product formulations and go to market strategies. We are going to learn exactly how to fine tune our raw enzymes into a high quality, shelf stable consumer product, and more importantly how to launch them, position them and sell them in the competitive market. I would start by introducing Mr. Edgar. He's an independent researcher and educator in psychomatic health. He focuses on psychological, physiological, and nutritional factors, how these factors interact, and how this perspective can support a more complex approach to health and beyond simply treating disease symptoms. So, a more holistic approach to health. He is also Director of International Relations for International Human Orthodox Foundation. And today he's with us and representing Dr. Rushikon on this platform. Mr. Edgar, I would like to invite you and address the gathering. Mr. Edgar, are you on the call? I think, let me just, yeah.
Hello,
Hello. Yes, we can hear you now. See you.
greetings from Dr. Ross Health Farm in Banchang, Thailand. Thank you for the kind introduction. I have been living here with Dr. Ross for the past 15 days, and I cannot describe how much she really cares for the life, actually, for life in general, the planet's life, people's life, plants' life, animals' life, microbes' life, all forms of life. And she has so much energy. It's hard to keep up with her. It's like 20 hours a day of activities, all different activities. So I'm really, really impressed by her passion, her dedication, her life to the whole planet. It's not just about uh, healing for humans disease. It's about every aspect of nature and life.
I think there's some technical issue. Let's just wait for a couple of minutes for Mr. Edgar to join back.
So right now he is in Thailand, and the enzymes are also known as anti-radiation. So the place where he is, it's full of enzymes. So yeah, we have definitely there is a signal issue. So when we go there, it is like a banvas. You don't get signals at all. So I'm sure it's the same issue what he's facing. Um,
Yeah. Let's. Nitiji, you are on mute. You're saying something.
Yeah, I think we can start, Shubhangi. There is an issue there. So
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely connect back if he's online again. But in interest of time, let's just move forward. Um, I would like to invite Mr. Vipin Sarinji, who has been a member of Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy and now a founder of CFEI. He has worked closely with sugarcane farmers, and I request him to come forward and share his experience with us. Mr. Sarinji, over to you.
Yes. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I may have some speech issues because of my health, so please take it granted. Eh,
Hello, I'm back. We're having internet connections issues here. So I was just saying that I cannot describe how much the Dr. Ross work impacts the whole community, locally, internationally. It's just amazing. Her biography, it's something that we need really to care for. Her legacy, it's a wealth to mankind. And by the way, she has been telling me how much she admires, respects, and cherishes Preeti's work as well. She is really, really, really amazed about all those years what Preeti has been doing. And it's not about the enzyme in itself. It's about working for life with love. That's what I learned from Dr. Ross. So, to all you guys that are here in this course, I can just tell you that you are in the best possible hands. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgar. Thanks for your kind words, and it really motivated us. So I think we had Vipin ji between us, and he was sharing about his journey with sugarcane farmers and the bioenzyme, how he helped him.
yeah, I had a incredible experience when I encountered Preeti ji on a platform, WhatsApp platform. I had I felt myself responsible for certain areas for my contribution in the food area. And that led me to the sugarcane. I'm cutting the story short actually. So in my responsibility, I thought, how would I do it alone? Because in farming, you have processed output, farm and input also. And you need to take care of water, air, and soil, everything. So when I met Preeti ji and I came to know about this VEA, it was like my mind became very light because half the work is already being done or taking care of the soil, air, and water. So it was contagious energy when I connected with her, and since then I have been always dreaming what I can do for bioenzyme in sugarcane. So just a week I had a small dream. I shared with Preeti ji also that if we make bioenzyme out of sugarcane rind and node, we take juice out of the internode. So rind is waste, and if we remove the nodes also, there is not also good for juice. it is very good for bioenzymes. I took the help of AI, and if you all find out, if we make bioenzyme out of rind and node, it has already some sweetness. It will reduce your quantity of jaggery into the total concentrate to 200 grams from 1 kg, and also lot of vitamin and mineral will be there. So all these dreams are coming through the responsibility actually. I had a poem in Hindi. If it is advisable to speak in Hindi, I can recite that poem also. Should I go with that?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
This poem came to my mind when I was in Chitkara University with the Priti. Instantly, this all came to my mind. There only I had written this. Responsibility, power, transformation. Responsibility gives you power and power gives you transformation. हम सब लोग यहाँ रिस्पॉन्सिबल हैं, जिम्मेवार हैं, पर जिम्मेवारी किसके लिए लेनी है? वो जो महफिल में सबसे परे बैठे हैं और वो जो उनसे भी परे बैठे हैं, जाओ जाके कह दो उनसे हम उनकी जिम्मेवारी से भरे बैठे हैं। मैं बात कर रहा हूँ उस सोल की, उस आत्मा की जो आकाश से धरती पे अभी आई नहीं है और पूछ रही है कि क्या करूं? न मिट्टी, न हवा, न पानी, न बचपन, न बुढ़ापा, न जवानी। न मिट्टी, न हवा, न पानी, न बचपन, न बुढ़ापा, न जवानी। अरे कुछ तो छोड़ देते हो हमारे लिए तो शुरू ही नहीं होती कहानी। आकाश से धरती का सफर तय करने के लिए टिकट ली थी उस आत्मा ने। सुना था धरती बहुत सुहानी है, और यहाँ सुना था धरती है बड़ी सुहानी, लेकिन यहाँ तो कुछ और ही है कहानी। पहले ऊपर से देख के चुन लेते थे कहाँ जन्म लेना है, अब तो धरती नजर ही नहीं आती, न रस्ते ना आकाश, कुछ पता नहीं चलता। ये है तुम्हारे कारनामों की कहानी। सुना था माँ के पेट में उतरना पड़ता है, 9 मंथ्स का जेट लैग रेस्ट मिलता है, लेकिन अब तो वहां भी सांस लेना मुश्किल है। कुछ रसायन हर जगह जीना मुश्किल करते हैं। अरे कुछ तो करो, कोई तो उनको संभालो। ये मेरी पुकार थी। अब हम प्रतिज्ञा की बात करते हैं। धरती है आहाधार, धरती इज द बेस, उसे रसायनों ने दिया है मार। धरती को शांत करने आता था जल, उसमें भी रसायनों ने मचा दी हलचल। अग्नि का किया दुरुपयोग, जलाकर अवशेष, और वायु को भी दे दिया रोग। हमारे अच्छे कामों के लिए आकाश ऊपर से शाबाश देता था, हमें बारिश करता था, लेकिन अब तो बीच में धुंध है हमारी गलतियों की। आकाश देख ही नहीं पाते, पता नहीं चलता आकाश कैसा है। तो हम सब जिम्मेवारी से क्या प्रतिज्ञा लेंगे? हम लाएंगे तूफान से कश्ती निकाल के, इस धरती को रखना है मेरे बच्चों के लिए संभाल के, थ्रू बायोएंजाइम। दैट्स इट। दिस इज इम्पैक्ट ऑन माई लाइफ फ्रॉम BA।
यस, थैंक यू सरीन जी। एंड आप हैं, प्रीति जी हैं, और ये पूरी बीए की टीम है, तो हम धरती अपने नेक्स्ट जनरेशन के लिए जरूर बचा के रखेंगे, बहुत प्यार से बचा के रखेंगे।
जी
थैंक यू
धन्यवाद।
प्रीति। नेक्स्ट, आई एम डिलाइटेड टू वेलकम Aranga Naiki ji, and she is a entrepreneur from Tamil Nadu and founder of Ask Bio. Today, she is here to share her entrepreneurial journey and guide us about bioenzyme-based toilet cleaner. So, Jyoti ji and Arangnaki ji, over to you.
Thank you, Shubhangi.
Thank you.
I'll just play a video by Aranganayaki first. Let me share my screen. Please confirm if my video is playing.
Next one, ma'am, PPT first.
Okay, you want to play the PPT?
நான் play பண்ணிக்கிறேன் ma'am. Okay. Good evening to all. I'm going to explain bioenzyme-based toilet cleaner formulation. And now I share the screen. Okay.
Jyoti, please stop sharing your screen now.
ஜோதி மேம், என்னோட ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியுதா மேம்? Jyoti ma'am?
Yeah.
மேம் கேக்குதா நான் பேசுறது?
Yes, ma'am.
Jyoti ma'am?
We can hear you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah,
My visible, my screen is visible?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. Many market toilet cleaners contain strong chemicals for fast cleaning action. These products may have very strong smell and fumes. Some people may experience skin irritation or breathing discomfort during regular use. Strong chemicals may also affect beneficial microbes in septic tanks. These chemical ingredients are commonly used in many toilet cleaners for strong and fast cleaning action. Hydrochloric acid and bleaching agents help remove stains quickly. Artificial fragrances are added for strong freshness feeling. But continuous exposure to strong chemicals and fumes may not be comfortable for regular household use. That's why many people are now interested in milder and eco-friendly alternatives like bioenzyme. But bioenzyme itself is a very valuable natural ingredient with good cleaning properties. At the same time, for better user experience and product performance, formulation support is also important. Many users are familiar with fragrance and easy to use cleaning products. So, additional ingredients help improve fragrance, texture, appearance, and overall user experience. With the proper formulation support, we can create a more complete and effective toilet cleaner. Supporting ingredients to improve the performance. Each ingredient in this formulation has a specific purpose. Surfactant helps improve cleaning by removing dirt and grease. And the natural surfactant glucoside is used in here. Citric acid helps reduce stains and water scale marks. Xanthan gum gives thickness, so the product is easier to apply. Glycerin is mainly used to help disperse xanthan gum smoothly and reduce lump formation. It also helps improve the texture and smooth feel of the formulation. Essential oil gives pleasant for fragrance and a better user experience. So lemon essential oil is good for here. This is formulation for toilet cleaner. Here the ingredients are calculated for 1 kg batch. The percentage and gram values are mentioned in the table. Bioenzyme 75%, glucoside 15%, citric acid 8%, glycerin 1.2%, xanthan gum 0.4%, essential oil is 0.4%. Accurate measurement is important for good product consistency and performance. And now let's see the formulation process. Yes. So first make sure all equipment containers are clean and dry. Then measure all ingredients. Lemon bioenzyme 750 grams. Glucoside 150 grams. Citric acid 80 grams. Glycerin 12 grams. Xanthan gum 4 grams. Lemon essential oil is 4 grams. Take the bioenzyme in the main mixing container and slowly add the citric acid. Then mix well until the citric acid dissolves completely. Next, mix the fragrance with cocoa glucoside separately. Mix well. And add it slowly into the main batch. Next, mix the xanthan with the glycerin to avoid lumps. It's better to prepare the xanthan with the glycerin at least half an hour before formulation for better consistency and a smooth mixing. Mix well without the lumps. Add the xanthan mixer and mix well the batch. Using the hand blender, stir properly. Keep for some time to settle down the foaming. Next day, now the toilet cleaner is ready. Then bottling in the proper container. The pH value per sorry. The pH value for the toilet cleaner is 2.5 to 3.5, strongly acidic to dissolve limescale, mineral deposits and stains effectively. And recommended shelf life for this cleaner 12 to 24 months, depending storage condition. Store in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight. Ensure containers are scaled tightly to prevent contamination. Thank you for all this wonderful opportunity, and thank you BA and Preeti ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. I would like to share my personal experience with bioenzyme. Yeah, 1 minute. I have been using bioenzyme for past 4 years, and I also make bioenzyme based coconut oil soaps and cleaners. In our home, we mostly use bioenzyme based products, and we noticed reduced septic tank gas, cockroaches, insects, and mosquitoes. I also conducted bioenzyme awareness sessions in school and colleges. Through this, I shared the importance and benefits of bioenzymes with the students and the public. Thank you so much. Once again, I thank you all for this wonderful opportunity, and a special thanks to my mentor Bhaskaran. I always grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rangnaki ji. I think till now, a lot of us had this confusion or this trouble that we use bioenzymes directly in our wash basins or in our pots, and we don't find the results as good as a Harpic. We always had that complaint about bioenzymes, but thanks to you and your so well done research about making a 75% based bioenzyme toilet cleaner with the right essential ingredients to have the thickness, to have the stain removal property, and also at the same time take care of the water that is going down the sewer line, because now it is made of bioenzyme, so it is much more suitable. Um, Thank you, Aranaki ji. It is, I think, I don't know if people will relate to this. Our mothers share some recipes, right? Our favorite dish recipe with us. So this is like that one, like the perfect recipe for bioenzyme-based toilet cleaner for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Neha has some question. I've
Yeah,
been.
Neha ji, go ahead.
Will you explain which bioenzymes we should use?
LM bioenzyme.
I am asking about the bioenzyme. Which bioenzyme we will use for this?
Lemon bioenzyme. Jyoti ma'am இருக்கீங்களா?
Sorry, which
Yeah,
bioenzyme we should use?
he used lemon bioenzyme.
Lemon bioenzyme.
Yes.
Thank you.
Amla ji, please go ahead with the question.
Hello.
Uh, Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Why didn't use the distilled water or water? Bioenzyme is diluted, then more result will come. I heard that word.
ஜோதி மேம் எனக்கு புரியல.
அரங்கநாயகி நீங்க டிஸ்டில் வாட்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணல, ஏன்னா அது யூஸ் பண்ணா இன்னும் நல்லா வருமேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சொல்றாங்க.
Distilled water, ma'am.
டிஸ்டில்டு
Any
வாட்டர்
water.
யூஸ் பண்ணா பயோஎன்சைமை டெவலப் பண்ணிடுவோம் இல்லையா? நம்ம பயோஎன்சைமை டைரக்டா யூஸ் பண்றது இன்னும் எஃபெக்டிவா இருக்கும்ல. நம்ம டிஸ்டில்டு வாட்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணியும் பண்ணலாம், பட் பயோஎன்சைமை இன்னும் நம்ம டைல்யூட் பண்ணாம யூஸ் பண்றது வந்து இன்னும் பெட்டரா இருக்கும் இல்லையா? பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பெட்டரா இருக்கும்ல.
ஓகே ஓகே
பண்றதுனால நம்ம பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
ஓகே. So we can sorry Amala.
Water is using for too much acidic at 75%. So I asked that question. 75% means
75% யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா வாட்டர், அதனால கேக்குறாங்க.
75% பயோஎன்சைம் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்கோம்.
So Amala, the response is that she says we can use distilled water, but the thing is the effect of bioenzyme will be lost. So henceforth she is using 75% of bioenzyme directly to keep it more effective. If you want to do it with distilled water, you can do it, but better results will be arrived only when you use bioenzyme directly.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Neha, you can ask your question.
Can we use only citrus bioenzyme for making toilet cleaner or any bioenzyme?
Citrus is good good performing for cleaning.
Any citrus type of bioenzyme like lemon, orange, mossami we can use, no?
Yes,
Or can we add some natural color also to make it more attractive?
cannot.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so see, we will give the making of the product here, and you can definitely do your own flavor into it. You can add your own flavor, what you want to. You want to add soap nut enzyme, you can add soap nut enzyme, you can want to. So yesterday, if you remember, not yesterday, day before, when we were talking about choosing what enzyme to be used for what. So for cleaning, we did say lemon, citrus, soap nut, and papaya. Papaya also goes for cleaning. So we did. That is where the your study is required. You know what product you want to do. Go back to those herbs and select what you want to do it for. Yeah. Yeah, Pragati.
Hi, thank you so much for the explanation. How did you arrive at the product formulation and the ratio? Was it trial and error, or did you find any research paper? And consequently, how did you test the efficiency of your product?
ரங்கநாயகி, நீங்க இந்த இதுக்கு எப்படி நீங்க அரைவ் பண்ணீங்க? கரெக்ட் ப்ரொபோர்ஷன் இதெல்லாம் எப்படி நீங்க அரைவ் பண்ணீங்க? நீங்க ட்ரையல் எரர் பண்ணீங்களா? எப்படி உங்களோட அனுபவம் எப்படி
2
இருந்தது?
years before வந்து ட்ரையல் எரர் தான் பண்ணினேன். ட்ரையல் அண்ட் எரர் பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக நிறைய ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி தான் இது ஃபைனலாக இந்த ஃபார்முலா கொண்டு வந்தோம். இப்போ நான் அதை டெஸ்ட் பண்ணிட்டு டெஸ்ட் ரிப்போர்ட்டும் என்ன கையில் இருக்குது. இது பெட்டர் பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் கொடுக்குதுன்ற டெஸ்ட் ரிசல்ட்டும் இருக்குது என்கிட்ட.
So Ranganayaki has been conducting her own researches for the last 2 years to get the right proportion. And right now, whatever formula she's arrived at, it has been tested and the results are amazing and she has the test reports with her.
So what test should we undergo? What exactly?
என்ன டெஸ்ட் பண்ணணும்?
Where should we go and get
We
it?
will tell you about all that, Pragati. Let us first stick to the topic of formulation, because then we'll divert. We will talk about what test and where you can get it
Yeah,
done.
this will be addressed, right?
Yes, yes.
Because
Everything will be addressed. Yes.
All right, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, Preeti Agarwal.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So the question is, when I tried using, I haven't gone with using the xanthan gum in the toilet cleaner. I've just used cocoa glycoside and dicyl 1, and used bioenzyme in very small proportion. The small proportion was not that. So the results that I was getting were good if I scrub it. If I don't scrub it, I was not getting the results. And the scrubbing part was like it required certain amount of efforts when compared to market cleaners. My question here is, if we use 100% of bioenzyme, what I have observed is the ceramic part, right, it becomes yellowish. I have tried it on both the sink and the pot. So if you keep it longer, you see that the color degrades over time. So have we tried any time period for this one, that if you keep it for like 2 minutes it is effective, if you keep it for 5 minutes it is effective, or if like you should not keep it for so much time, like you should not keep it for more than 30 minutes. Is there any time frame that we have ever tested it out, or is it open for testing yet?
10 to 20 minutes is better.
10 to 20 minutes. Okay. And also, like my proportion was wrong then, right? Earlier I used to do, I think I just added 20% of bioenzyme. So because of that, maybe I was not getting the results, right?
Maybe.
Preeti, you can try your thing. See, she added citric acid, to remove the stain so it doesn't get yellowish or whatever you felt.
I didn't
So
know.
there are different
இது வந்து
formulations, and the Yeah, so she took 2 years to come to this,
Right.
right? So it does take time. So, but yeah, whatever she has tried and she has done, her products are beautiful. I have seen it, and that's why I'm telling you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that answers my question.
Thank you.
Okay. Are there any more questions or we can go ahead?
I think we can go ahead. No more hands up here.
Yes, sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Next with us is Vasanti ji, who has pioneered the art of making soaps using bioenzymes. Though she was born blind, her vision for sustainability and impact she had created is absolutely limitless. Um, as we talk to her and go through her journey, I think it will be a very powerful reminder that there are no excuses when you have the right will and the right determination. So over to you, Jyoti ji and Vasanti ji.
Vasanti?
Hello, hearing? Audible?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Greetings to everyone. I am delighted to see you all via on this wonderful evening, Zoom. I believe that the share to aspiration to lead a self-reliant life to the best of our ability is what has brought us all together. For this, I express my gratitude to the universe. Screen is it share? Screen share. I am Vasant. Okay, I'm put. Second
Vasanti,
slide.
you want video or you want this one presentation?
Yes, I have.
No, just the PPT.
Okay.
Now just the PPT, then a preparation video.
Okay. So Jyoti, you're showing that?
No, Vasanti is showing it.
Sorry. Okay.
That's it. What is it?
Second slide. Now. Concept of within the
Why soap matters? Why soap matters?
concept of. Okay. Let
Why soap matters, man?
First வந்து நீங்க அந்த குளியல் பத்தி சொல்லிடுங்க. அதுல இருந்தா ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும்.
Okay. Let us see what is the concept of bathing. Let use explore the concept of bathing. In Tamil, the word kuliyal. Bathing literally means cool the body. In ancient times, our ancestors would go to the river early in the morning to bathe and cool their bodies. As time progressed, people came to realize that the soap was necessary to remove surface impurities from the skin and to keep the body fragrant. Consequently, a multitude soap brands have emerged in the market today. Next, types of soaps. In the modern era, two distinct types of soaps are available in the market. One is glycerin soap, then another one is natural soap. Okay. First, we go to see synthetic soap. Synthetic soaps are manufactured using two primary methods. Soap noodles, then soap base. First, we go to see soap noodles. Palm oil residues is combined with caustic lye to produce soap noodles. Most of the soap manufacturing companies take these soap noodles, add colors and additives to them and produce soap under various brands. Next, soap base. Soap noodles are melted down, molded into large blocks, typically weighing between 1 to 5 kilograms, which are then sold in the market. Most of the people purchase this soap bases and cut into the small pieces. Melt it using the double boiler method and incorporate colors, fragrance, and other additives and transform it into finished soap bars. The people believed this is the natural soap. This is not natural soap. This is synthetic soap also. Types of soap bases. Soap bases are available in two main categories. One, hot glycerin soap base. Then another one is fatty acid base. First, we go to see glycerin based soap. The low-cost glycerins soaps currently available in the market are typically by product of petroleum refining. The natural glycerin derived from vegetable oils. Consequently, it is very expensive. For them, the majority of the glycerin, natural glycerin is obtained specifically from coconut oil. Okay, let us see what is fatty acid soap. All fatty acid based soaps are found in the market are manufactured using a combination of animal fats and various chemical additives. Okay. Okay. Chemicals found in synthetic soaps. Sodium lauryl sulfate. And then try 1/4 dioxin, paraben, triclosan, and extra. These chemicals are available in the synthetic soaps. Types of synthetic soaps in the markets. Currently, all over the market, 80 different varieties of synthetic soaps and more than 25 varieties of glycerin soaps are available in the market. Okay, let us see what are the disadvantages of using synthetic soap. Both of the formation manufacturing method involves the addition of various chemicals. Using soap contains unnatural chemicals, additives, blocks the pores to the skin. This blockage leads to the development of various skin-related elements. Okay, let us go to the main topic, natural soap. Natural soaps are produced using two distinct methods. One is hot process, then another one is cold process. First, let us see hot process. Herb soaps are produced using the hot process method by combining vegetable oils with caustic lye. This method is somewhat complex and requires meticulous care during preparation. Next, cold process. Various herbal soaps are produced using the cold process method by combining vegetable oils with caustic lye. This method is both very simple and safe. We are going to learn. We are going to learn how to make soap, natural soap using the cold process method. Okay, first the oil used in natural soaps. The oils used in cold process soaps we manufacture are entirely produced within our own country. Specifically, they are the same oil we use to cook in our daily cooking. Okay. First, coconut oil. Coconut oil plays a pivotal role in soap manufacturing. It yields high percentage of glycerin, range from 9% to 12%. Consequently, coconut oil based soap produce a rich, abundant leather. Do you know why we should use natural bathing soap made with coconut oil? Okay. Our body expel approximately 2,400 milliliters of fluid as waste every day. For this amount, 1,400 ml is eliminated through urine, 100 ml through feces, and 400 ml through respiration. The remaining 600 ml is expelled in the form of sweating. When we use soap made with coconut oil, the sweat pores on the surface of the skin open up. This allows sweat to be expelled easily, thereby helping to cure most skin-related problems solved. We come to the main topic, herbals bioenzyme. Generally, natural soaps are formulated using various herbs. If the soap, three form of herbs used in natural soap. First, the herbs used in powder form, we get 30% of benefits in the herbs. We use herbal oil in use natural soap. We get 60% of benefits in it. But the herbals are converted into bioenzyme solution and then use the natural soap. We get more than 90% of the benefit. Okay. Finally, we use only the chemical caustic soda. This caustic soda is react the oil using saponification process. The oil convert into soap and glycerin. Caustic soda. This is the chemical substance derived from natural resources. It is extract from materials such as seawater, saline soil, and wood ash. Okay, and let us see how to make handmade natural soap using coconut oil with Kupameni bioenzyme. Video play பண்ணு.
The audio is not okay in this video.
Okay.
Shall I play?
Okay, ma'am.
Because I feel there's some signal issue probably.
Okay.
So, 1 minute.
I warm welcome all of you
1 minute. I got it.
who have come with
Audio is
enthusiasm
clear?
to learn how to make
Yes, Preeti.
natural bioenzymes.
Yes.
We are going to
Preeti ji, don't mute yourself. We can't hear.
gloves, goggles, and mask for this procedure. Let us see what ingredients are needed to make Kupamani bioenzyme and pure coconut oil soap. First, this is caustic soda. 170 grams of caustic soda needed to make this soap. This caustic soda is very harmful, so don't touch directly. Then 25 grams of DM water. Then 800 grams of coconut oil and 200 grams, 100 grams of sesame oil, 50 grams of castor oil, and then 50 grams of butter, and then 50 grams of bioenzyme, and then 25 grams of essential oil. There are 4 steps to make natural bioenzyme soap. Step 1. Take 25 grams of DM water and then mixing clockwise, slowly added the caustic soda into the DM water. The caustic soda completely dissolved in this DM water. The lot of the heat will be generated so that we should wait 2 to 3 hours. This solution cool down to the room temperature. Take another beaker, 800 grams of coconut oil, pour into the beaker. Continuously stir clockwise, and then 100 grams of sesame oil, pour into the beaker. Mix well. And then 50 grams of butter, add to the oil mixture. Continuously stir until the butter is completely blend into the oil mixture. Castor oil, 50 grams of castor oil, put into the beaker. And finally, we add a Kupamani bioenzyme, 50 grams of Kupamani bioenzyme, pour into the oil mixture. Now, after 2 hours, the caustic soda solution cooled down to the room temperature. This is called caustic lye. This caustic lye filtered well. Step 3. we have two containers. The one beaker contain caustic lye, then another beaker contain a oil mixture. We stir continuously clockwise. Then the caustic lye pour into the oil mixture very slowly. The lye solution completely poured into the beaker slowly, then continuously stir 20 to 30 minutes. The lye and oil mixture will react. This is called saponification. This mixture will reach better consistency. Continuously stir, the line form and quickly disappear. This is called soap trace. It means the soap mixture is ready to pour the mold. Immediately, we add essential oil into the mixture and continuously mixing well. It will take 24 hours in the soap to the harden. After 24 hours, the soap to the harden, so we can remove the soap from the mold. We should keep on this soap well ventilated place for 45 days. This time is called soap curing time. During this time, the caustic soda in the soap lose its property and neutral, and also excess the water in the soap evaporated the soap to the harden. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasanti ji, so much.
Thank you, Miss, this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Preeti ma'am and Jyoti ma'am. Thank you.
We are not leaving you. We have some questions.
Okay.
Yes,
Nitin.
Nitin.
Ma'am, on the screen when you displayed the ingredients, right, you said 200 grams sesame oil, but while explaining, you said 100 grams.
Oh.
Just that point, I want the clarification, ma'am.
100 grams only. 100 grams now.
வசந்தி
on the screen,
என்ன
it was
நீங்க
showing 200.
வீடியோ காமிக்கும் போது 200 காமிச்சிங்க கிராம்ஸ் சொல்றதுக்கு நீங்க 100 சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா அதனால அவர் கன்ஃபியூஸ்டா இருக்காரு எவ்வளவு போடணும் செஸ்மி ஆயில்
100 grams தான் மேம் கோகனட் ஆயில் அதாவது நம்மளுடைய இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கோகனட் ஆயில் 800 ml எடுத்தோம்னா இது 100 போட்டுக்கலாம் ஒரு கோகனட் ஆயில் கம்மியா வேணும் அப்படின்னா 700 போட்டோம்னா 200 செசமி ஆயில் யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Okay, so Nitin, it depends on what we want. If you want to reduce the proportion of coconut oil, you can make it 700 grams and this you can include as 200 grams. Otherwise, you can have 800 grams of that and 100 grams of this.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question?
Yes, Kavati.
Ma'am, which type of bioenzyme we can use, ma'am?
என்ன டைப் பயோஎன்சைம் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்?
Skin oriented problem we use Cupamani bioenzyme, Vepolai or Avarambu bioenzyme. We use beauty care products, use rose bioenzyme and orange papaya, pineapple, any bioenzyme we can use.
We
I'm
will
sorry to ask you, ma'am. The first one you told I could not understand. Cocamine, is that correct, ma'am?
No, Kuppameni. Kuppameni is a medicinal plant. It's very good for skin. She says, first thing is if it depends on your skin type.
Copamine.
Yeah, Kuppameni.
So what is Kubamani?
Kuppameni is actually a herb. It is a medicinal plant.
Is it an English name or a South Indian?
No, it's a South Indian name. I can give you the English name.
Can we get the English or Hindi name?
See, we will discuss about what herbs
what it
and
is
what
a little
others,
later.
okay? About the process, if you have anything, yes, Preeti, you have some question. Kevati, we will answer that.
Ma'am, just curing time, can you explain that again? How much and
Curing time is using caustic soda. This pH is 14. First day the soap pH is 13, and 3 or 4 days it reaches 9 pH. Then 45 days they cure in this soap. And caustic soda
இல்ல சொல்லுங்க நான் சொல்றேன் காஸ்டிக் சோடாவோட அந்த குவாலிட்டி போயிடும் அது நியூட்ரலைஸ் ஆயிடும்
நியூட்ரல்
pH வேல்யூ என்ன இருக்கும் அப்போ pH வேல்யூ என்ன இருக்கும் 45 நாள் கழிச்சிட்டு
7 to 8.
Okay. So yeah, the pH value of the soap, the caustic soda, when it becomes neutral after 45 days, it will the pH value will come down to 7 or 8. So which means it is safe for your skin.
Got it. So to reduce the pH, we are doing the 45 days curing period, and it has to be in open, airy space, or it has to be in the sunlight specifically.
No.
It should be open, airy and protected from the
sunlight.
Oh, protected from the sunlight. Okay.
Because the extra water evaporate in 45 days. Otherwise the soap quickly சீக்கிரம் கரைஞ்சிரும். அதனால அது வந்து நம்ம வாட்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் எவாபரேட் ஆகிறதுக்காகவும் அந்த காஸ்டிக் சோடா நியூட்ரல் ஆக ரெண்டு ரீசனுக்காக 45 days வந்து curing time.
So there are two reasons why we are curing it for 45 days. One is to neutralize the caustic soda, and the other thing is the water vapor, what is there, it has to get evaporated. Only then the quality of the soap will be good and it will become hard. Otherwise, if the water does not get evaporated, the soap tends to melt very easily and very fast.
Sure, understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Neha Bhatt.
Yeah, I have seen when she was preparing, the color was brown, and when soap is ready, it was white color. So is there anything you add, or naturally it's turned the color?
Naturally it's turned the color. I not add any colors in the soap.
That's great.
That's because Vasanthi, so the color that you projected while you were adding oil, that is because of the color of the oil. Sesame oil is dark, right?
Okay.
That's why it became brown.
Okay.
Yeah, அப்படிதானே?
ஆமா மேம், அது எனக்கு நான் எந்த கலர்ஸும் ஆட் பண்ணல, அது நேச்சுரலா டர்ன் ஆன கலர் தான்.
Correct. So Nehaji, see, when she was mixing all the oils, it was the color of the oil. Basically, sesame oil is the darkest oil.
Right.
That's why we were able to see it brown. But when it gets, the curing is done, even the colors of the oil disappears and it becomes natural color.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Riaz. Yes, Dr. Riaz.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
are.
See, I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
How madam has calculated the caustic soda when they are using 250 milligram of distilled water, demineralized water.
So,
170 gram of caustic soda you have used, right?
Yeah.
Then how if I want to make a cold process soap, then how I can calculate the caustic soda and DM water
இப்ப
if I
அவர்
want to
கேட்டது
make
என்னன்னா
another soap?
அவர் வேற சோப்பு பண்ணணும் இது டிஎம் வாட்டரும் அப்புறம் காஸ்டிக் சோடா யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அப்போ அவர் வந்து எவ்வளவு கால்குலேஷன் எடுக்கணும் எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது இந்த காஸ்டிக் சோடாவோட அளவு எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது
Is there any standard formula for that, or I want to know that 170 gram caustic soda into 50 gram demineralized water?
நோ நோ
How
மேம்
you
அது
calculate
எவ்வளோ
it?
காஸ்டிக் சோடாவோட வெயிட்ல இருந்து 2 டைம்ஸ் வாட்டர் வந்து நம்ம எடுக்கணும். பயோ என்சைம் எடுக்கணுங்கிறதுனால வாட்டரோட அளவை குறைச்சிட்டு பயோ என்சைம் 50% 50 கிராம்ஸ் இப்போ எடுத்திருக்கோம் மேம்.
இப்ப அவரை கேட்ட கொஸ்டின் என்னன்னா இப்ப 170 கிராம் சொன்னீங்க இல்லையா 170 கிராம்ஸ் அது வந்து ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஃபார்முலாவா கேக்குறாரு. இல்ல நீங்க டெஸ்ட் அண்ட் ட்ரை பண்ணிதால நீங்க இந்த நம்பருக்கு அரைவ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க நீங்க.
இல்ல ஸ்டாண்டர்டு ஃபார்முலா அதாவது 1 கிராம் வந்து 0.84 மில்லிகிராம் வந்து ஒரு ஒன் கிராம் ஆயிலுக்கு வந்து எடுக்கணும். ஒவ்வொரு ஆயிலுக்கும் டிபெண்ட் அப்பான் த ஆயில்ஸ் கால்குலேஷன். அது நிறைய கால்குலேஷன். ஜென்ரலா ஒரு 1 கேஜிக்கு 170 கிராம் அப்படின்னு நிறைய தடவை அதை வந்து ஃபார்முலேட் பண்ணணும்னு நான் வந்து அந்த அளவு இது பண்ணிருக்கேன்.
So Dr. Rios, what she says is that she's done this research and because she's not using water, she's using bioenzyme. The proportion that she has arrived at is you have 100 and then you have 170. That is a proportion that you arrive at.
Ma'am, using water,
No, I can
225 gram water, DM water, ma'am, and then 50 grams bioenzyme.
Okay. So, you're able to understand?
No, I didn't understand actually.
Okay,
actually, if
Doctor,
I want,
so we will,
please,
Dr. Riaz, I
continue.
would like to answer this. Now,
Please,
soap
please.
making,
I'll be very
yes.
happy to listen from answer from you.
So,
Please.
soap making is very challenging, and getting the perfect soap every time you make is an art. That's what I can feel. And and when we understand the science of soap, it is basically lye and the oil, fats.
Oils,
Oils, yes. So,
yes.
the ratio what she has given is what she has done with many trials, and usually the natural soap making is little difficult to arrive at perfect every time we make. So, when she has got it, I think you can try it out. It's basically, the water and the lye combination, the ratio, whatever she says. And she has divided that water into water and bioenzyme. You're getting my point? So, when you
Yes, I got it.
so when you don't use bioenzyme, you use totally water.
Because you see, what I have heard or what I have understand that each and every oil has a saponification value, right?
Yes, yes, yeah.
Saponification value, and it is there is a formula. I don't know exactly what is the formula, but I have heard anywhere or I have seen a video.
Yeah.
And that saponification of each oil is different.
Yes.
And caustic soda. That's
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Okay.
You will get actually on web also many soap calculators which can calculate your soap and all that. So many of us have tried that, and sometime it works, sometime it just doesn't work. So so we are working, we are dealing with this something called life in bioenzyme. So I feel whatever Tumbi Naturals or Essential has done is an excellent product. Our products are actually available on Amazon, and I
I know about Kupumini soap. I have seen in Amazon also, and I have seen videos of madam. I forget name.
Vasanti.
Vasanti madam. Yeah, Vasanti madam. Okay, fine, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Thank you.
Gunjan? Yes, Gunjan. Gunjan, please go ahead and ask. This is the last question we are taking. Then we'll go to another session. गुंजन आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है? Okay, I think this is I think we are done.
मैम हेलो
Yes.
मैम जो ये स्टार्ट हुआ ना जो सोप मेकिंग का उससे पहले कोई चार्ट आया था वो चार्ट मुझे फोटो लेना है
आपको
उसका
सब मिल जाएगा. आपको वो सब मिल
ओके
जाएगा. Yes.
ओके और कोकोनट ऑयल कितना था ये मैं भूल गई हूँ इतना
Coconut oil 800 ml.
800 ml ओके एंड 100 ग्राम सीसम ऑयल
हाँ, वो सब कुछ मिल जाएगा आपको.
ओके
You have
ओके
not
थैंक
written?
यू
Yeah.
ओके
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Vasanti ji.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your knowledge, your experience with us. Next, I would like to talk about our next speaker, Dr. Anand Kumar Padman Padma
Padmanabhan.
Padmahan ji, and he's an innovation leader with more than 25 years of experience spanning technology and healthcare. He has led large-scale global innovation programs across the globe, including US, UK, Europe, specializing in health technology, deep tech, and biotech systems. He is also founder of Anjiva, a digital health venture. Today, we are incredibly privileged to have his expertise on our platform, and he is going to enlighten us on some go-to-market strategies. Anandji, over to you.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Anandji.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. So we'll start off with basically asking the audience, right? So what do you think is the most important thing for a product to sell in the market? Any of you? You can comment in the chat.
Quality.
Variety. Okay, what else?
Targeting the right audience.
Okay, targeting the right audience.
Look and feel.
Look and feel. Okay. Okay.
Labeling.
Enabling. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and say this. I think making a product which the customer wants is one of the biggest things, right? And so it's as simple as that. And there's a reason why in India, 95% of startups fail, right? Because you end up making products which nobody wants or the market doesn't want, right? So one of the first things you have to do as an entrepreneur is not make the product, is not even look at the science, is not even look at the product form or design. It's actually looking to see if somebody aspires to buy your product or not, right? Getting a market perspective is one of the biggest challenges also, but one of the biggest things you will do as an entrepreneur to make sure you're successful, right? And this is something I've been talking about in IIM Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science, IIT Mumbai, IIT Madras for a long time. Primarily because I see, so we Indians, right, we love to go and solve a problem, right? We look at a problem, we build a product or a service to solve the problem, but we forget to look at the market, right? And I'm saying turn it around. You first have to look at the market. and see if your product or service will be bought by the market first, and then do a survey, understand what the customers want, and then go ahead and look at building the product, right? And that's why I call it from lab to market, right? Pretty much you're going from a lab to market. And I want to share some perspectives which I've learned over the last, I would say, about 30 years, working in different countries around the world and things like that, right? So we'll get it kicked off. So please use this as an opportunity to ask as many questions, get as much clarity as you want, right? I don't want this like a monologue, right? I want this more like a dialogue, which means you ask questions and I answer, right? So that's what I'm going to be talking about, right? I'm going to be talking about few things, mostly based on my experiences running and selling 3 companies, right? So this is the 3rd company we are in, right? The previous 2 I've already sold as well, built and sold the company as well, okay? So why I mean, this you can ask in different ways. I will even put it this way, right? Why do most startups fail, right? It could be a very similar story there, right? So if I now convert that into why most bioenzyme startups fail, it's because great science does not mean it equals to a great product, right? Great science is built for labs, not customers, right? So that's something to absolutely keep in mind, right? So again, I go back to the story. You have to first understand what the market wants and then go back and build the product or service what the market wants. The second thing is no customer discovery. What this means is I assume that the customer will like my product, right? Just because I'm making a good product does not mean the product will sell in the market, right? Look at many products that way, right? Look at BlackBerry. Look at, I mean, you have a whole list of different products which were really good, but eventually ended up not selling, right? The third thing is to think about is wrong pricing strategy, right? If you again, this is based on different kinds of products and what you're building, etc. But broadly, you should price on value, right? Not on cost, right? Unless the market is a very competitive market. For example, if let's say I'm selling bottled water, right? Mineral water, right? And I'm selling a 1 liter bottle, I can't go sell it for 50 rupees, right? Because Bisleri sells for 20 rupees, Kinley sells for 20 rupees. So then I'll have to price my product based on what other products are selling, right? That is called a commodity product. But if you're making a product which is very specialized, right, which has unique properties or which does very cool things in terms of what it can do for the customer, then you can price it by value, right? So that's something to keep in mind. So why do you think a coffee at Cafe Coffee Day costs 185 rupees, right? Or 200 rupees or 255 rupees? It's not because the coffee is great, right? It's because you're paying for the Cafe Coffee Day AC, the seats, the tables and the experience, right? And that's why I say you have to price on value, don't price on cost, unless the product is a commodity product, right? So that's something to keep in mind. The third part is, no path to the buyer, right? And this I run into quite a bit, right? So I'm part of Startup India. I was part of GCC when India was in the GCC, right? So I was talking to the AICTE. I was a mentor for many startups. One of the biggest challenges I find is that people go ahead and build a product and then say, everything is ready, sir. The only thing we need is we need to get a customer, right? And I turn around and say, boss, that's the first thing you should have been doing. Try to understand the market and the customer before you even build a product, right? So one of the bigger challenges is you have no path to the buyer, which means your customer or your buyer does not have an idea of what you're making, what you're trying to sell, why I should even look at your product, why I should even buy a product, how will you reach the customer? All those become very critical issues, right? And these are all some of the big challenges we run into, especially given that in India, it's a very, very very, very segmented, cluttered space, right? So you have to be very careful on that. So what I say is the solution is not better science. Better science helps. But what you need is you need to look at the fundamentals of reaching the customer, right? I think that becomes important. And as Gandhiji used to say, right, a customer is like God, right, or something to that nature, right? And that's something to absolutely keep in mind, right? Great science helps, but if you only are focusing on the science and not looking at the marketplace, then there's a good chance that you may not be successful. Okay, so this is something to first keep in mind. This not only applies to bioenzyme startups, it applies to most startups, most organizations as well. Okay. So what does go to market mean, right? And you will hear this, right? As you look at building a product, going and looking at raising money from investors, angel investors, others, right? People who have money who are interested in investing in your company, for example, right? They will ask you, show me the GTM, right? GTM means nothing but go to market. Go to market is your plan for reaching customers and delivering your product's value profitably, right? And this has a few important questions to answer, right? The first question is, who is my customer? You have to be absolutely clear on that, right? Why? Because, for example, let's say I'm making a product. It costs me, let's say, 50 rupees to make it or 100 rupees to make it, right? And if I make a 50 rupees product, I will try to sell it to let's say a middle class customer, right? If my product costs me 250 rupees to make, I'll try to sell it to an upper middle class customer, right? So having that understanding, I think is very, very, very critical for you, right? And that's the first step, which I call as who. So who is your target customer? You have to have a good value for that, right? The second part is what? What is your product or service? What are you trying to build? Why should I even look at this, right? There are hundreds of products in the market. Why should I even look at yours, right? So what is the value your product is offering? I think that has to come out very clearly, right? The third part is the where, which is where am I going to sell this? Am I going to start selling it in Kisan Melas and in other places like that, in exhibitions and places like that? Or am I going to sell it in shops? Or am I going to sell it via a website? Or I'm going to sell it via Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and other things? And if I'm selling it that way, how do customers reach to me? Right? And here you need to have a very good understanding, right? So the understanding is this, right? If you're looking at selling for people about 30 years old, right? 30 plus, 30 to 50 or 60, right? Then you will have to you can look at Facebook, YouTube, channels like that, right? Website channels like that. But if you're looking at selling to people below 30, especially in the 18 to 30 range, most of them are on Instagram. So Instagram Reels is the way you'll have to probably build your channel and reach to your prospective customer, right? So that understanding you need to have, right? So whom am I building this product for? Again, that's the question number one, who, right? What is the value I'm offering? And how do I reach out to my customer, right? Or my customer base. That is important. Then the third part is sales and marketing, right? So what is sales? What is marketing? Any of you have an idea? What is the difference between sales and marketing?
I think when we create the market or we try to place our product at a place, that's a marketing. And sales when we sell the product there.
Okay. So marketing is about creating awareness about your product, right? So this could be in the form of infographics. This could be in the form of samples you give. This could be in the form of uh, uh, pamphlets you send in the newspaper, advertisements you put, all that, right? And sales is when you actually get the customer to get to know about your product through marketing, and then he or she comes and buys your product. That is the sale, right? So sales is transactional. Marketing is largely how you create the mindset in the customer's head that your product is good, right? So let me ask you a quick question, right? So what would people think if I said Tata product? What does the first thing that come to your mind?
Indian.
Indian. Second,
Trust.
trust. Yeah. Reliability, dependability, right? The same thing, let's say I ask a question, and don't harass me on this, but same thing if I ask, what do you think when you see a Reliance product?
Cheap and best.
Cheap and best. You have to check it out, right? It could be cheap, but you don't know whether to trust it or not, possibly, right? Longer term, right? That is a perspective, right? So that's something to keep in mind. And why you need to do all of this, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, then only you can look at winning against competition, right? So, which means, in all of this, right, in targeting the customer, in the value, what value your product is going to deliver, where you're going to sell, how are you going to sell? You also need to look at who's doing something similar to this, right? Who's in the marketplace? What are they trying to do? Do they have products very similar to yours? How are they selling it? How are they enabling to reach the customer? All that you'll probably have to study, and we'll talk about that, right? How do you go about doing that, right? So, go to market bridges great science. Hopefully, you bring the science perspective to the product, bridges the great science on the market, right? Without it, even the best bioenzyme product stays on the shelf. Nobody buys it. You know it's a great product, but nobody buys it, right? Because they don't know what is the value your product offers, or you're placing it on the wrong channel. For example, as I said, if your product is targeting youngsters, right? Let's say it's a anti-pimple cream, let's assume that, right? So the market you're looking at is probably 14 to maybe 25, right? And you go and start posting on Facebook. None of this market is on Facebook, right? So you'll end up wasting money, right? Which means you have a great product, nobody knows about your product, right? So I think this is the homework you all need to do, right? Fundamentals of how you run your business is based on how you understand your customer. It's critical. As I said, right, you can take a look at data. More than 94% of startups in India fail, primarily because they build a product the customer doesn't want, right? And there are lots of stories around this, right? So be watchful of these, right? And we'll talk about how do you go about doing that, right? That's part of the workshop we're running. This is called the go-to-market stack, right? So don't get stunned by the name and all that. These are all names which people like me throw because we are MBAs and things like that. What it means is these are the things you need to do. That's all, right? And this is in top to down, right? So the first thing you need to understand is who needs your product and why do they need your product, right? That's the first step in the equation. You have to figure out, right? The second thing is who buys your product first. What I mean by that is typically, for example, you're in the bioenzyme space, right? And let's say you're making an organic soap. Let's assume that, right? Because there are a lot of questions on soap. Then my target market would be somebody who's aligned with organic products. That would be my target market, correct? Because I can't sell to people. It will be difficult for me to sell to people who don't know about organic products or who don't like organic products, right? So who buys first, I think will be an interesting space to look at, right? For you. Then the other point is why do they choose you? So if in any space today, there are 100 products, right? Why should they buy your product as compared to somebody else's? Is it because your product works better? Is it because your product doesn't have phthalates and all those other things, harmful chemicals? Is that because your product is packaged well? Is that because you offer a 100% refund if the product doesn't work? I mean, these are all different marketing tactics, right? You look at using. But broadly, why should they choose your product as compared to other products in the marketplace? That's something you need to look at. Then the other part you need to look at after you do that, then you need to see where does your product stand with respect to competition, right? Is it lower priced? Is it better quality? Is it better packaged? Does it have a very nice name, right? So the name resonates with people. What does it do, right? So I think that will also be important for you to kind of understand. Then the next step in that is how do you reach your customer, right? And this is what I was saying, right? It depends on what are you trying to do as a company, right? There are different channels. For example, if you make a product, you can go and sell it in shops, right? That is called a retailer model. What that means is, so the shop will say, boss, what is your cost, right? So you have to work reverse, right? So if your cost is X, your MRP, right? Your maximum retail price will be Y, right? So in that Y, the shop will get something like 10 to 12%. So you have to factor that into your costing model, right? So that is something to keep in mind, right? Then the last thing is how do you make sure that your product stands out, right? So I don't know if you've seen this, right? There are some people, for example, if you go to any mall, any of these shops, right next to the cashier, you'll have some products kept, right? So that is called an impulse buy. What that means is you go there and it looks really small and nice, right? Small little perfume or some socks will be there or some soap will be there, right? So you'll pick it up because it's right there at the thing, right? So it just catches your eye as you stand in the queue. So you buy that, right? That is one way of doing that, right? So typically what happens is many of these new products in the marketplace, right, will kind of catch that space, right? You pay slightly premium margins to the store for that, right? Catches your eye and you sell that way, right? That is one way they do that. Another way they do that is, I don't know if you've gone to the malls, right? And I don't know if you know shops like Zara, right? If you've heard of a shop called Zara, you will always find Zara shop will be next to other premium clothes shops. They will not be alone. They will not stand alone. So the idea is that if you go to one's clothing store and you find you don't like it, you also see Zara, so you get in there, right? So by placing in themselves in the right location in the store, in the mall, they are actually reducing their marketing cost, right? So different ways of doing this, right? That is one way. The other way of doing this is what you do is you end up being what is known as a original product maker, right? So, and this is what all these fellows do, right? This Baba Ramdev and company, right? Sri, everybody subsources their product, right? So it is not something they make on their own. They have other vendors who make the product. They're contractors who make the product and give it to them. They put their name and they sell it, right? Most products are that way, right? Because it makes good sense for them, right? And that's the reason. So there are different kinds of models, right? In terms of how do you go and reach the market. So my recommendation is do your homework on these 7 steps. It's critically important. This will make or break your business. I'm not saying that. History says that. So these are some questions you need to think about, right? Very critically, right? So the first question is, what is the nature of the market we're operating in? What does this mean? This means, is the market competitive, right? For example, as I mentioned, if let's say I'm selling mineral water, right? Let's say I'm selling organic mineral water, for example, right? There is a good chance then I may not be able to sell it for a premium value unless I am able to showcase that. The market is very competitive, right? And if I'm selling mineral water, then I need to make sure that people understand that my mineral water is significantly different for them to pay a better price for my product. Otherwise, I will have to sell it at the 20 rupees, right? Similarly, if I'm making organic soap, I may have to, unless my organic soap is very different from organic soaps in the marketplace, I may have to sell it at around the same rate as what my competition is selling, right? Unless my product is significantly different from them, right? Either in the form of packaging or in the form of what it can do, the science, the efficacy, the reliability. So I'm sure all of you know, right? So organic products tend to break down faster, right? So they use what are known as stabilizing agents, right? So what kind of stabilizing agent are you using? Is that less? Is that more? All that comes into play. So you have to understand the nature of the market we operate in. Okay. The second thing you have to understand is what are the main challenges for customers? What does this mean? This means if I'm making a soap, what will the soap solve for my customer in terms of a problem, right? So let's say my organic soap helps acne formation, right? Pimple formation. That means that's the main challenge I'm hitting for the customer. Let's say there are some soaps which say they will make me fair, detanning they call it, right? So I will make that, then that will be the main challenge I'm addressing for my customer, right? So that understanding I need to have. Right. Then the third thing you have to look at it is, do challenges open new business options? For example, I'm making a product. Is the market filled up, or is there still opportunity for me to sell my product or not? Right. So that angle to look at. Today you see that many soaps are in the market saying that they handle they are detanning soaps, which means they make your skin back to the original color it was. And why do they see that? They see that it's summer now, right, all over India. So the detanning soaps may have a better market. So now you see the marketing of those soaps are better, right? So things like that you have to better understand. The third thing you'll understand is, what is the potential market size? How do you find this out? So the way you find this out is simple. Today you have many reports available. I'm sure the Bioenzymes Association also has that data. If they don't, then what I will do is I will use broad math, right? I will go to my local Kirana shop and I will ask him or her, boss, how many, for example, let's say I'm making organic soaps. I'll go and ask, boss, how many organic soaps do you sell in a day? Right? How many you sell in a month, right? It'll give you, and you do this for 5, 6 different shops. You'll get an idea of how does it sell, right? That is one way to do it. The second way you can do it is you can use our good friends, right? Chat GPT is there. Perplexity is there. Claude is there. Grok is there. Many of these chat agents. What you have to tell is, you first have to tell it that, boss, to the agent, that I am building an organic business in India. So please share correct data with me on what is the potential market size for this product. Then it will share it with you. My recommendation is initially use perplexity.ai, because that will always give you reference links on how it came up with the data, right? So today we are all lucky. We have this kind of data assist available. Earlier, when my first startup was being done, I had to literally guess what it would be, right? So this is a good opportunity. Utilize it. My recommendation is use any of those AI chatbots only as a reference, right? And use Perplexity only, because that will give you the links you need to verify whether it's correct or not. Okay. The third aspect you need, then you have to look at customer, right? Why? Because you want to understand, is this market growing? Is this shrinking? Is this market stable? Right? For example, if you look at Nirma, right? Nirma was a washing soap, right, for clothes, which came up. So in the 1980s, 90s, it was very popular. That was a growing market, right? But today, if you wanted to launch Nirma again, Nirma like soap, the market is not growing, right? Tide has come in, so many different kinds of soaps have come in. So you need to study that marketplace. Will this market support me? Is this going to allow me to grow? Or will this not allow me to grow, right? So understanding that will also be critical. Then the sixth point to keep in mind is, who are our customers and what do they buy, right? Again, this data, the way you'll kind of look at it is, as I said, if you're making an organic soap, you will look at people who love organic products, right? So you will actually go and you'll actually look at the different social media sites. See, there must be, even BAE must have some websites, right? So go see what's going on, those WhatsApp channels. Try to go in and see what are our customers doing, how are they buying the product, and how do we reach to them, right? All that becomes very critical to understand. Another aspect you can also do is you can go to the same kirana shops, 9-10 kirana shops, ask this question also. Boss, क्या कौन से लोग आके ये organic soap खरीद रहे हैं करके, right? You can ask those questions, right? And then ask them, how many do they buy, right? What kind of price point do they buy, right? So those kirana shops will be a good source of intelligence for you in terms of what the possible customer could be. Then the seventh point is, who are our natural customer segments? What does this mean? Natural customer segment means, for example, let's say I'm making a diabetic product, right? I'm making a natural sugar, let's assume, right? Then my natural customer will be diabetic patients, right? Similarly, if I'm making, let's say, a deodorant, natural deodorant, then my natural customer base will be people who are outside working in the hot sun, right? Professionals, salespeople, marketing, that kind of people who are out in the marketplace, roaming on the roads and others, right? They would be a natural customer segment for deodorants. That's the way you kind of think through, right? Eighth point would be, what are our main products or services? Why do you want to do that? Many entrepreneurs don't understand what is the product they're trying to sell in the market. What I mean by that is, they say, yeah, I'm making an organic soap, right? And my product is organic soap. Not really. Your product is organic soap which does this. That is what you need to understand. And what kind of service it produces? My organic soap has haldi, for example, has turmeric, has this, has that, and helps in making my face brighter, right? So that's the product and service which we're looking at. Then the 9 points you think about is, what is our position relative to competition? So how are we positioned there, right? If you answer these 9 questions in good faith, right, you would have had a very good understanding of what the marketplace is. And these are very, very critical for you to look at, right? And if you don't understand that, go and ask people, help me understand, how do I identify this, right? Don't go and build products and then look at all these questions, because then there's a good possibility that you may waste your money. And I've seen too many people wasting their money also. So that's the fact, right? Let's look at market research, right? Know before you build, right? Research is your compass. That's why I keep saying, and I keep repeating this, right? Make sure you do your homework before you even start building your product. Very, 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 very critical. I can't emphasize that enough. So this is what I will do, right? I'll go look at different pieces, right? I look at direct competitors, right? So let's say I'm making a bioenzyme based product. Then I'll say, who all sells bioenzyme based products? What is their pricing? How are they positioning? How do you do that? You go to shops, you go to Kishi Melas, right? You go to exhibitions, and then just ask around, oh, this product, what does it do? How does it do? Oh, what can it do? What is the pricing? Oh, okay. What is your advantage, right? So you're collecting intelligence about their product so that you can then compare it with your product, right? That is the idea, right? And this is what I say. Tip, visit a competitor's distributor, buy their product, read their label, talk to their customer, try to understand what's going on, right? Because once you get an idea of what's in the market, what is your competition selling, then you can one up them, right? And there are substitute products also. Who are your competitors, right? Which means, right, they will say, oh, we are not a bioenzyme based product, but we use very less chemicals, less harmful chemicals, right? They could also be a competitor for you, because there will be people who say, boss, I don't want an organic product. I will use a less chemical product, possibly, right? Then another point you also have to do is same thing. You look at why are they buying products? Who is buying that product? What is their price points? Very important to do. The third thing, which is also catching up now, thanks to Amazon and Flipkart and Meesho and all those different sites is you also have imported solutions, right? So people who have probably slightly more money will say, boss, I'll buy Korean product. Korean is now trending, right? If you actually look at it, Korean products, Japanese products in terms of women's makeup and everything else is trending, right? Many people buy that. So you have to now look and see, okay, is this important? Is this a segment I'm targeting? Is the type of customer who I want, or I want a different kind of customer, right? That you kind of figure out. Then the third thing you look at is you want to always build a product which is built to be superior in terms of quality, right? Don't ever compromise that, right? Because once you do that, then you have the opportunity to increase your profit. You have the opportunity to package it well, right? If you go and look at these companies, right, you have Forest Essentials, Kama Ayurveda, all those guys. You look at their packaging, right? Their packaging will look premium. The product may be very similar to the product you may end up making, but because of their packaging, they will sell at a higher price, right? Things like that come into play. Then local production edge. What this means is, this means I can produce close to where I am investing or researching the product on. Why? Because that makes it easy for me to collaborate, right? If the place where I make my soap is actually close to where I live, then I save on a lot of the costs which come into making the product, right? That is critical. Then the last point is regulatory fit. Is there any regulations which I need to comply with, right? If I'm making this, is there any issues around the central CDCSO, they call it, Central Drug Standards Organization? Do I need to comply with anything there or not? All those other aspects you will probably take a look at, right? My recommendation is visit a competitor's distributor, buy all your competitors' product, read their label, see how you can differentiate before you even build your product. Channel and partnership strategy. This is again what I mean by a channel. Don't get very worried about it. Channel means nothing. I sell via web is one channel. I sell via Amazon as a Amazon business representative is another channel, right? I sell to the shop and the shop sells the product to the customer is another channel. That's what this means, right? Today in India, there's something called D2C, which is really picking up, right? They call it direct to consumer, which means that I don't have any intermediaries. I don't sell in the shop. I sell it direct to my customer, right? Now, that model will work well once you have established your product as a good product working really well, right? Initially, you may not be able to do that because I'm sure you know, right? In India, customers are value driven, right? How many of us go to, let's say, a car showroom or, and then say, boss, kitna dega, right? First question is, what is the mileage it gives? Then you say, acha, ye gaadi mein kya kya aata hai, right? Then you will say, sir, airbags hai, disc brakes hai, this is there, ABS is there, this is there. Then you say, acha, ABS nahi hai to kitna hoga, right? So, well, India is tuned into what is known as value-based pricing, right? Which means that the value of the product which the customer expects is significantly high, but the price they want to give is significantly low, right? So that's something to be very watchful of. And that's why we say don't do direct to sale, direct to customer, D2C, unless you're sure that your product is really, really, really good. The initial recommendations would be you sell via exhibitions, kishimelas, things like that. Start off, see what kind of trends you're getting, then take off from there, right? And that is the approach to do. So in channels, there are two channels. One is direct sales, another one is through distributors, right? Through distributors will take some time, right? This is how Lifebuoy soap sells, Hammam sells, all these guys sell, right? It's a lower margin because it goes through distributor, then it goes to the shop, right? So the distributor will typically take about 17% of the cost, right? 15 to 17%. and the shop will take another 5-7%, right? So at least 25% of your profit is gone there in the channel, right? So then you have to look at it. So that's why I say it's a lower margin. You have less control because once you give it to the distributor will send it to whichever shops he likes, right? And he will carry the relationship. So typically it's best for volume, large volumes. And this you may not be able to do initially, right? So my recommendation is look at the opportunity where you sell to end customer, either through factory-based shops or through, if clinics are there, through clinics, any partners you may have, or through exhibitions, or through government sponsored fairs, those kinds of things where you will actually get the full amount of money and you'll directly get feedback from the customer, right? This may require your own sales team, or ideally, right, yeah, as a founder, you end up doing the sales, right? So it's very, very important to look at that. My recommendation is start with one channel, master it, then expand. Very critical to keep in mind. Know your customer, right? And we'll talk through this. So how do you get to know your customer, right? You do interviews, right? So as I said, you go talk to shops, you talk to kirana shops. If somebody comes to an exhibition, an organic fair, you just go around asking them, sir, what kind of products you like to use? And what you can do is you can give a free chocolate, for example, right? So there's a free Cadbury's I'll give if you answer 10 set of questions, right? And they will answer. So that's where you ask, what kind of soap do you use? Do you like organics? How many soaps do you buy in a month? What is the price you will pay for that? All that comes into play, right? That is one. The second thing is it's called shadowing. What this means is actually you kind of go and, for example, if there's a kirana shop or any other place or an exhibition, you just go sit and watch what's going on, right? So who's buying, who's coming to buy? You observe the type of people who are coming. Is it a youngster? Is it an older person? How are they dressed, right? And then see what kind of what other shops they go, to all that. So it's called shadowing, right? Again, you can do that if you want to do that. The third thing to also do is look at, again, it's a variant of shadowing where you tag along. You just go along with your prospective customers, see what are they buying, right? So you will actually see this in shops, right? In Reliance and other Reliance Retail, others. You'll actually some people going around with this thing, with a notepad, right? So they will actually be making notes of what you're seeing, what you're trying to buy, why you didn't buy, all that they will kind of be checking, right? Then the other thing I also recommend is going and checking out the stores of your competitors. See how are they positioning the product, what are they talking about in terms of the product, right? And mystery shopping. This is where you go to the shop and like a person buying their product, you ask a whole bunch of questions. What is so special about your product? Why should I buy it? What kind of guarantees you give? All that you can ask so that you can learn from your competition. Of course, then you can actually do a lot of online research, right? And so you can use Google Meet, Zoom to meet up with prospects if you want to do that. There's something called Google AdWords, right? Where you can go and check on Google AdWords to see what kind of questions are being asked around organic. But my recommendation is all this you can actually do in ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude or Grok, right? So my recommendation is please learn that, right? It's very important. It can be a good assistant for you in the process of building your marketing strategy. So the biggest mistake, and this I keep repeating it because I've seen too many lose a lot of money in this, right? The biggest mistake you can make is building the product first, then looking for a customer, right? Talk to 20 customers, prospects before even writing a single line of a product spec. That's what I will say. Right now that the madam, she ran the seminar earlier, right? So she given you an idea of how to build a product. Good. So you have that. Now you use that, think about what you want to make, but go and talk to people around you, right? Find out what are they looking for? What do I need to make? Becomes very, very important to understand the market. So when you look at market opportunity, right? So it works this way. There's something called total addressable market. Don't listen to that. That's not something we should be bothered about now. All we should be bothered about is SOM, which is called the serviceable optimum market, which is realistic target in 3 years, right? So when you go talk to these shops, right, 9, 10 kirana shops, you find, and let's say I'm making organic soap. I go to these shops, I find out that the shopkeeper says, boss, I sell at least about 20 organic soaps a day, right? That means I do the math. So 20 times 30, right? So, and if he's open all days of the month, then he's selling about 600 soaps, right? Then I say, okay, if he's selling 600 soaps in one shop, I go to other 9 shops. So maybe 600 times 9 is my immediate neighborhood market, right? Then I use that to build, okay, so how much do I need to make? What will be the profit margin? If I keep building this network, how can I sell? So that's the way I will start off, right? And that's why I say smart, start small, win a small segment completely, then expand, right? Very important to do that. So when you look at this, right, again, bioenzymes is a big space, right? So you have many different segments, right? You can look at industrial bioenzymes, right? For the textile industry, leather, paper mills, food processing units, things like that. You can also look at agriculture. You can look at household. You can also look at healthcare, right? Some of the key questions you need to think through as you look at the segment is who will pay for this? Will it be the company? Will it be the individual? And who will be the deciding factor for buying, right? For example, let's say if I look at the home, right, household, right? Let's say I'm making a household cleaning product, right? Who decides? Typically, it's the wife who decides, right? The head of the household. Who influences? Again, it's the lady of the house who influences, right? So then, what you should do? You should actually influence the lady of the house to buy a product. That's how you kind of think through this, right? And if you look at hospitals, who pays? The hospital pays. Who decides? Oh, here in the hospital, it's not one person who decides, 3 or 4 people. Who are the 3, 4 people? One is the administrative head of the hospital. The second one is the procurement head of the hospital. The third one will be the chief medical officer of the hospital, right? They are the ones who will decide. And so, who will influence? In this now, if the doctor says buy it, these 2 other people will agree. So they are the influencer. This is how you kind of think through, right? Your customer segment. Very, very, very important to do that. Why? Because you need to know who your customer is, who your market is, why will they look at buying from me, right? These 3 questions need to be answered. So my recommendation is pick one segment to serve first and then hit the market, go deep into that, then look at other segments. Don't say I'm selling to everybody because you're a small company, right? You're an individual or 2 individuals, or you have a very small company. So focus on one, become really good at one, and then look at going into others, right? That's what I would recommend, right? So this is something you have to do, right? So why would they look at wanting to buy a product? Let's say I'm building a bioenzyme drain declogger, let's assume, right? So the surface problem is this: my drain gets clogged every week, right? This is a problem, and that's what they say, right? When I talk to them, they say my drain gets clogged. I'm looking for a very good drain declogger. But then the real pain may be something different. They pay 40,000 rupees in maintenance, maybe in the hospital, for example, right? So for maintaining my pipes and everything to keep everything clean, I'm paying this kind of money to the housekeeping. I want to see if I can reduce that, right? Then the other point could be I'm worried about inspection penalty, right? If my drains are clogged, maybe the health inspector will come and create a problem, right? So understanding why they want to look at buying your product becomes very, very important. You solve the core pain problem, then you can command premium pricing. I think that's the way to look at this. Value proposition, right? This is how you should be able to write it. For a young 18 to 25-year-old who has pimples, my product will deliver clear skin, unlike other creams and products which have chemicals in them. This is how I will write my statement. And this is something then I will use to look at building my product, right? Another example could be, this is again, if I'm in the industrial bioenzyme space, I will say for textile factories struggling with high pollution, right? Our enzyme flow solution reduces treatment time by 40%, chemical use by 60%, unlike imported chemicals that cost 3x more and require specialist handling, right? So I will look at how do I write this out first, right? From here only, I will start thinking about moving to prospective customers, meeting them, asking them, is this a real problem? Asking them, is this a real benefit? Right? If I make something like this, will you use it? All those questions come in. Then only you look at going and making the product. Right? And here, three things have to be fulfilled. One is functional. If I say that it will remove pimples, it has to remove pimples. Right? There's no two ways about it. And then if it says, okay, or if you say, my product removes pimples at a low cost, then it has to reflect the cost saved. If you say my problem will leave no my product will leave no scars, then it should say that. For youngsters between 18 and 25 who have acne, my product will deliver flawless skin with no scars, unlike other chemical products. That's what it should say, right? So getting this right is very, very critical for you. So this is how you differentiate, right? What you do well. So all of us have some skills we bring, right? In terms of building the product, what customers need. The middle point is where you have to be, which is what you do well and what customers need. Both sides, if you're able to hit, nothing like it, right? That becomes very, very, very useful for you. Then you have a very sustainable business. You'll be able to make good money. Positioning. Again, this is again a part of how you capture the customer's mind, right? So what you have to do is you have to somewhere capture the idea that in your customer's mind that value of this product is better than the price it is selling for. That is how we decide to buy products. For example, if you look at Maruti cars or Hyundai cars, or even you look at scooters, right, or bikes, right? When a person looks at buying a certain bike or a certain car, in their thinking, it is that, okay, this is the price. For this price, I'm getting this value. So I think value is better than the price I'm getting it at. I'm getting it for a good deal, so I'll go and buy it. So that's the angle to it, right? You somehow need to capture your buyer's mind, and that's what you capture using marketing, right? Marketing campaigns, right? This could be making Instagram reels, could be making Facebook reels, could be making short videos on YouTube, could be on Snapchat, could be on TikTok. I mean, depends on where you are, right? It could be any of those things. And hitting that becomes important. Right. Today, the government is encouraging you to build local, right? So premium if you're able to build a very good product, package it well, then premium local beats both imports and generics. And this is what Kama Ayurveda, Forest Essentials, all those chaps are doing. They're coming as a premium local product, right? And they're competing with the imports and the generic products. So let's look at sales and marketing, what we need to do, right? So sales reality, right? This is great product sell itself. No, not at all. Great product will sell only if you are able to educate the buyer. And if you're able to build trust with the buyer, that the value of the product is greater than the price it's selling at. Very important, right? Second thing is, I go and I pitch one time to the let's say a distributor, he or she will buy it. No, not at all, right? It needs at least 5 to 12 times. This is India, right? 5 to 12 times you need to go meet those fellows for you to be able to say, okay, the distributor says, okay, I'll take a product, I'll put it in the shops I have as retailers, and we'll see how it goes, right? That's why if you go to some shops, you'll see a product available in the shelf. Within 1 week, that product goes away, right? Because that is a trial product, right? So the distributor would have said, boss, 1 week I'll keep it in the shelf. Let's see how much it sells. If it sells greater than this, then I'll continue to buy from you. We can continue that relationship. If it doesn't sell, I will remove the product because shelf space is important for me, right? So that is the thing. The other angle is lower price means more sales. Not really, right? Lower price means more sales in certain segments, commodity segments, not in the space of bioenzymes or in the space of organics. In organics, value and trust drives the decision. Very key, right? Anyone can be my customer, not really. Then you'll be spending you'll be like Durga, the goddess Durga. You'll need to have, I don't know, she has 10 hands or 12 hands, right? You need to be something like that to be able to service everyone. My recommendation is focus only on one customer segment. Say that, boss, my product will only sell for people who are between 18 to 25 because my product is a anti-acne product. It will help pimples not to come, or it will help oily skin, right? And it will make their complexion better. So I only focus on building that. That's the way you end up being successful, right? It is called vertical integration, which means vertically you build a product which is catering to only one customer and you capture that market, then you expand to other markets, right? So if you want to look at comparisons, right, you go back and you look in history, you'll find that Lifebuoy was selling only one type of soap, right? Today you have Lifebuoy Sports, you have Lifebuoy Deo, all those things. So they ended up capturing one market and then go into other markets. Similarly, if you go back in time, you'll see Colgate was selling only one type of toothpaste. Look, Colgate Fluoride is a toothpaste. That's it. There's no other toothpaste, right? You, of course, have Promise, which was selling a toothpaste like that, but only one, not many. Today, you have Colgate Salt, Colgate Lime, Colgate this, Colgate that. That is later, right? So initially, focus on one. That's critically important. So typically, this is how the funnel works. It's like a funnel, right? So you start talking to 100 people, maybe 5 people will buy a product, right? That is the idea. So, and that's how you create it. So awareness, how do you create awareness? Through social media. Again, depends on your product, right? Social media, attending exhibitions, Krishi Melas, other organic fairs, things like that, where you will handle pamphlet or you give a small sample of the product, right, and say try it, or you will show to them, right in front, right, how your product works. So then 100 prospects hear about you. So then once they see that, some of them will say, oh, interesting. Can you give me more information? Where can I buy it? Right. That is the 40. Right. Then 15 will say, okay, I'll try your product. Right. Then you say, okay, for you, since you are the first set of customers, I'm giving you a discount in the price. Right. You'll give a discount. Right. And they become the first 8 people who place the first order. Then when they like the product, out of eight, 5 become loyal customers because they love the product, so they come back to you. This is typically how you go about building a sales funnel, right? Very, very important to do that, right? So you have to reach out to as many as possible so that as many as possible hear about your product, and then you can get the conversion. Typically, it's about 5%, right? So out of 100, 5 people will look at buying the product. That's how typically it works. And if you're lucky, it will work differently, right? And that, again, I don't want to go luck. I want to show the normal data, right? This is what normal data looks like. So how do you price it, right? So if you are actually looking at cost plus, right? So I'm saying, okay, this much it costs me to make my soap. I'll just add 20% to it and I sell, right? What you're doing there is, while it's an interesting idea, you're missing out the value of your product, right? So my recommendation is always to look at value-based selling, right? Price is based on how much value you're delivering to your customer. And this is how all these fellows are selling, right? The Kama Ayurveda, Forest Essentials, Sri, and the other fellow, what's his name? Yeah, so the yoga guy, right? He also sells that, right? So they all go on value-based selling, right? So they're saying this is the product, this is the value you probably will see if you use the product, and they build that, and then they kind of do that, right? Can you tell me who are other people? How many of you use mobile phones here? All of you, right? All of you use mobile phones, right? So let me tell you, right? Value-based approach is, if you look at the Apple phone, right? The Apple phone costs $64 to make, and they sell it for $700. Why? Because the customers perceive the value of an Apple phone greater than the price of $700. Similarly, you look at a OnePlus, right? The same thing. OnePlus is very similar to a Samsung phone, which is very similar to a Lava phone, right? Only the processor changes a few here and there, RAM things change. But the fundamental idea of a mobile phone is what? To communicate between person A and person B, right? And to be able to send messages, right? So again, how you build your value determines how you can price your product and how you can build your customer base. Very important to do that, right? The other way is, as I said, competitive, right? To peg to customer competitor price. This is when your product does not have much differentiation from your competitor, right? Like I said, right? If I'm launching a mineral water company, I can't sell it for 30 rupees because Bisleri sells for 20 rupees. Kinley sells for 20 rupees. All that Oxyrich sells for 20 rupees. So I can't sell for 30 rupees because I have to peg based on what the competitor is selling, right? Similarly, there are some strategies, right? It's called penetration. So, and you will see that there will be people who launch the product with a low price to win first customers fast. This can be an approach to look at, right? The only challenge with that is later when you start increasing price, customers may move away from your product. That's something to be watchful of. But the way many companies do it is they will launch, let's say, a 50-gram bar of organic soap, right, at a very low cost. So people start buying it, start using it, see value. Then they will launch a 75-gram bar soap. So you can't compare it to this. And that will be priced slightly higher or more higher. So then when customer looks at it, he'll say, oh, this is 75 grams, that was 50 grams. Okay, that's why the price high. No problem, I'll buy, right? So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Keep in mind this, price is what you charge, value is what customers get, right? So always in the customer's mind, the value of the product should be greater than the price. If you're able to get that, you're successful, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Typically, how to do for bioenzymes, very specifically bioenzymes, right? You can actually do demo days, right? What I mean by demo days is many of these, even IT parks now have these demo days or fairs, right? You can go get a stall, put a stall, do live demonstration. Seeing is believing in your case, right? So that is the best way to actually do that. One way. Second way is use WhatsApp network. Share before and after results. Build a network of early adopters. WhatsApp is free for you. Do that. Third thing is case studies, right? So let's say you make industrial, let's say industrial affluent using bioenzymes, right? Which helps reduce pollution. Have somebody write a white paper or work with the customer to write something, post it on LinkedIn, share that story on Instagram, share that story on Facebook, share the story on YouTube, make it go public, right? Many people should read that. Then many people will start buying. See, the whole point is, irrespective of what you say, right? Customer will only buy what they see and believe, which means trust, value becomes very, very, very critical, right? So that's something to absolutely keep in mind, right? Of course, down the road, you can get into thought leadership, which is like how Bioenzyme Association is doing, right? They're doing webinars to help build the concept of bioenzymes. Like that, you can also do over a period of time. Kisan Melas Expos is a great way for you to meet bulk buyers face to face. If we need certifications, that's something to look at. Do you need FSSAI? Do you need MSDS? Do you need BIS? All that, if you're able to get, it signals some trust, right? That is something to keep in mind. These are some metrics. Again, I wouldn't break my head too much here, right? But the way I would look at this is there's something called customer acquisition cost. In India, if you're directly selling to the customer, it's very high. Why? Because Indians are very prone for, as I said, no, they look for very high value at very low cost, right? So that becomes a significant challenge, right? So that's something to be watchful of. Lifetime value is how much of your product your customer will continue buying over a period of his or her life. That is important. NPS is called Net Promoter Score. It's more about customer satisfaction, right? So you'll go and see there are people who post on mouthshut.com, or people who post on Threads, or people who post on X saying that this product I use not at all good, da 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 da. So that's called an NPS, right? That's called a Net Promoter Score. Churn is when your customer leaves and buys your competitor's product. That is called churn. Conversion rate is, so let's say you're doing a marketing, you're spending X amount of money for marketing, right? How much of that money is getting converted into customers is what is known as the conversion rate. Then gross margin is, again, you're selling for a certain price. How much it cost you to make a product, the difference is called the margin, right? And that as a percentage is called the gross margin, right? Just some data to keep in mind. These are some of the common mistakes most of us make, right? We say we know our customer. I know, right? I know I'm really good. I understand and I know that I can make a product which will sell to customer. Not really. Market is changing. Today, thanks to AI, market is changing every month, right? So talk to 20 people before building anything is what I recommend. Second thing is pricing on cost, not on value. That means you're losing, right? If you price on cost, you are losing the game. Build on value. That is very important. Ignoring regulatory compliance. If there is any regulatory compliance you need to do, please follow them. Do it right from day one is what I say. Because in India, you know, right? As long as you're selling, you'll be selling. Suddenly, one government official will wake up, then he'll find out, oh, you're selling. My God. Oh, I'll come. I'll put penalty. And penalty I'll put right from day one. Right. And then he'll say, I'm also putting interest on that. Right. So why you want to break a head on that? Check if there's any regulations to meet. Build it right from day one. That's what I recommend. Chasing too many segments as one. This is what I said. I made a product which can sell for households, which can sell for factories, which can sell for hospitals, which can also be sell for other people. That becomes a headache. You are one person or two people. How much effort you want to put into which space? You have to decide. My recommendation, focus on one. Do it well, then move to the next. That is the key part. No follow-up process, right? So today there is something called Zoho, right? A Zoho CRM is there. It is free. And there are many free CRMs. They are called customer relationship management tools. So what you can do is there's also something called KISS Flow. Many tools are there, right? You can start using from free. For example, let's say you go put up a stall in a mela. People come to you, give their data. All right. And let's say you're giving a chocolate or you're giving a sample, you're capturing the email ID, phone number. Take that, put that into a system, right? Put that into a CRM so that you remember. Then later, right, as you build your marketing campaigns, these tools allow you to automatically send flyers, send infographics, this, that, all that you can do with those tools for free for a long time, actually. You can do that. Giving up after early rejection, right? What I mean by this is, okay, I went and met two shops. They said this may not sell well. I don't think I should look at doing this, right? Not really. I think you should give it a shot, right? If you believe in your science, if you believe that your product is really going to be a top product in terms of reliability, in terms of the results it delivers, then I recommend that you should still pursue that. But keep in mind how long you want to pursue that as well, right? That becomes important. This is what I would recommend you do, right? So let's say we complete this workshop. You now have some ideas, right? I would actually do this. I would say I will go talk to 20 prospective customers, right? And this could include 9 Kirana shops or 10 Kirana shops, or just people who are in the organic space. I'll go talk to them. I'll define one customer segment. I'll write what value my product is going to deliver. I'll also say, okay, maybe this is what I price because I know this much it costs me to do all this, right? So I'll price it at this, maybe, right? Keep that. Then second month I go to, let's say, some Kisan Melas, some fairs, and then I kind of play around with the pricing and with the product, right? I say this is a sample product. I give them a question. I say, how much would you be willing to pay if this product was available? right? All that you capture the data. So now what you're doing is you're validating your price, right? You collect testimonials, you build basic digital presence is nothing but creating your product's name on Instagram, on Threads, on X, on Snapchat, on whichever segment you're trying to hit, Facebook or YouTube or whatever, right? And as you go, I also recommend through the shopkeepers, right? You're meeting, ask them who are your distributor. Can I to go talk to them? Just go talk to them and see what they think, right, about your product. It'd be interesting because these are all people who are in the field. So they'll be able to give you very good feedback on what goes on, right? And month 3, I would just look at closing only 10 people who buy my product, if at all it happens, right? And then I will go ask them, boss, can you refer me? Can you recommend me? Can you create a video of my product in Instagram? This is how many of these small companies I have now built up, right? Of course, then you'll build a case study if you want to. You'll review and update your go-to-market plan. So then you'll go back and you say, okay, if I package it well, I can sell it for a higher price, right? And this is how Forest Essential, Kama, Ayurveda, and all are doing well. Because the product they sell probably costs them only some 50, 60, 70 rupees to make. But they sell for 480, 500 because they package it well. And they are in the airport. They're in the malls, right? So they are playing the local premium game, right? Which becomes important. And then you review this every 2 weeks and adapt the plan, but never skip customer conversations, right? As I said, without customers, you don't have a business. Without the market, you don't have a business. So I think you should focus on customers and building a marketplace. So homework, this is what I do. Start today, not tomorrow. List 5 potential customers you can speak to this week. If you finalized your product idea, right? You're thinking about it, then use this at a later point in time, right? Write your value proposition in 2 sentences. What this means is, my product, as an example, right? My product is targeted at 18 to 25-year-old people who have pimples. My product will help them not get pimples, will also brighten their skin, will also prevent scarring. That's an example of a value proposition, right? Then I'll research 3 competitors, visit one of their shops if possible, buy 1 or 2 of their products, see how they are making the product, compare it with what I have in mind, see if mine will be better or not. If mine will not be better, then I will price it in similar model. But I hope that you make it better. Calculate what your customer will save with your product, right? Remember, the customer has to think that the value of using a product is greater than the price. Very important. So that value gets translated into saving, right? That's the way to look at it. Define your number 1 target segment, commit to it, is what I would say, and focus on that, right? A final thought, the best bioenzyme product that nobody knows about helps nobody. Your science deserves a market. Go build one. Good luck. Trust the process. Stay curious. I say stay curious because you need to be curious about everything. You need to be curious about why your customer is buying this. Why is he not buying that? Where are they selling? How are they able to identify what product is getting sold? Right? How do shops sell organic products? Why are they selling it? Understand, is the customer demographic changing? Who buys it? Do people who come in cars buy organic products? Do students buy organic products? If students buy, which kind of students? All that comes into play, right? That's what I mean by staying curious. Okay, with this, I kind of end my talk. Any questions, please do go ahead. Glad to help answer. I know it's kind of a little heavy because this is something I teach at IIM Bangalore for a week, which I've kind of put in an hour.
Yes, any questions?
Yes, sir, it was a very good session. You gave very good insight and eye-opening. Now, when we talk about like you said first we start with the 20 customer we talk, right? But we are already started.
Okay.
The main big mistake you mentioned, we have already done.
Yeah, 95% of India does it. So I
Yeah.
know.
So now, can you give me some tips
Yeah,
for
so you have to go
next
back
step?
to the same thing, right? So now that you have a product, right, what you would do is you now go and try to identify, look at the product, right? Look at how your competitors are selling similar products, right? What are they saying? Where are they selling? How are they selling? Right? Go and talk to shops, right? Take one of your products along, go to a few kirana stores. Say, boss, ये मैं कर रहा हूँ. How do similar products sell? Who comes and buys them, right? And if needed, you can give them 100 rupees, no problem, right? As a tip, right, for helping answer your questions, right? But trying to understand why a customer will want to why a prospect will want to buy a product is something critically important, right? If you don't understand that, you don't have a business, unfortunately, right? So I think that's what you have to do. So it's okay that you built a product, right? And you built the product using some idea, right? You must have thought something. You must have thought this product will solve this problem or that problem. Then go talk with that problem and see how it resonates with the audience, right? And with prospective customers. If you have a chance, if you are putting up a stall somewhere, then instead of just selling a product, create a questionnaire and say, fill these 10 questions. I will give you a chocolate or I'll give you a sample product, right? And those 10 questions you ask, what do you buy? Why do you buy? How much do you pay? What is your household? For let's say, for example, I'm making a household cleaner, right? Then I will say, how much is your household expense, right? Which area do you live? What kind of where do you work? What is your occupation? So what you do now is you get an idea of who are the type of people who may be willing to look at buying your product. That gives you an idea. Then next steps is you start focusing on how do I build my marketing, my message to reach those types of customers. And then you will build those messages either on Instagram or on Facebook or on whichever, right? And then slowly build it from there.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yep.
And one more questions.
Sure.
Whenever we pitch our products, I find like when we talk about the bioenzyme to anyone, they always clap. You are doing great job, and they praise us. And everywhere we found this type of people who are very conscious about the health or environment. But to convert them into client, what strategy we should use?
Yeah, so Indians are very nice and hollow. Sorry for saying this, right? Nice and hollow means in front of you, I'll clap, I'll praise you. Great, you're doing fantastic work, great product, and all that, right? But inside their mind, they'll have many doubts, right? So this is where I'm saying instead of looking at your market as a big market, I think you should do your homework and look at your product and say, which market will this actually work best with, right? What does what problem is my product solving and for whom, right? Getting that understanding is very critical, right? Once you have that understanding, that's when you will be able to make insights into understanding the customer's mind, right? And I'll be honest about this. My first startup, right? We actually built a product which could be used for senior citizens to track if they slip in the bathroom or if they fall, right? It was like a belt buckle for old people and a pendant for old women. And you know what happened? When we went and started trying to sell them, everybody said, great, wonderful. Where were you? Oh, you should have been here. All that. Not even one bought our product. They will talk nicely. That's part of the Indian culture, right? But what you have to do is you have to find out what's the real problem they have. And that is what you have to solve.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yes, Madhvi ji.
Yes, namaste, sir. Namaste, all.
Namaste.
Yeah, it is really a wonderful session, sir. So I just want to share my, small experience about the exhibitions and all, what
Sure.
you have shared. So I'm dealing with the organic products with the bioenzyme cleaners as well.
Okay.
So we are exactly doing in a very small scale, but yes, it is very effective. And we are participating in government exhibitions
Hmm.
in
Good,
Ahmedabad,
man. Good,
right?
good.
Or pan India, wherever they organized. So
Hmm.
at that time, what we are doing, whenever they organize the stall or something like that, or exhibitions like that,
Hmm.
so we put that advertisement in our social media platform.
Hmm.
So whatever the customers, in every different states or wherever, who are the connected with us. So they have, they will see that advertisement and they come to the exhibitions at our stall. In exhibitions at our stall. And at that time, we just introduce our bioenzyme journey or the organic journey. So in a way, so both the parameters will work together, like physically and the social media platform.
Correct.
So
And in India, you can't avoid physical meetings, madam. You have to do
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Good,
Yes.
madam.
So,
I think that's good.
just one more my suggestions, like in our group, in our community, our Swati ma'am or many of the peoples are doing the same thing. What I have said, like they are also participating in exhibitions, private or government, and selling products from home or office. So, internal community, we should have to encourage each other's product. It is also the best way to promote or to introduce the awareness. Make a awareness between the other people. So,
Makes sense. Makes sense, madam. I think, yeah, I think the challenge in this is, as I keep going back to this, right? The challenge in this is to get a very clear understanding of why am I building this product, for whom am I building this product, what problem will it solve for whom I'm building this product, and once you have the answer to these three, then I think slowly this will start taking off.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Uh, Thank you so much, Anandji, for
Thank
this
you.
very insightful talk, and especially on the bioenzyme specific market strategies and sprint plan. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Preeti. Take care then. We'll catch up
Thank you,
later.
Anand. Yes, we'll catch up.
Okay. Next we have our very own Preeti ji. Sorry, apologies. Before that, I would like to invite Gaurav, who is the founder of Switch for Change. He has also been a member of Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy, and he would like to share how BA helped him succeed. Gaurav ji, are you on the call?
I think he's not around.
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, sure.
Yeah.
I think then next up we have our very own founder of Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy, Preeti ji, and she will share her experience with multiple products like shampoo, dishwasher, and floor cleaner. Over to you, Preeti ji.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shubhangi. And I think I will have to remove my backdrop to show things nearby. Uh, see, I can tell you what is, mix this, and your products are ready. But before we even go into, let's take a simple, I had asked few things to be kept ready. Have you kept ready? All of you have that? One spray and enzyme and water. Just give thumbs up and say, yes, it's ready, then I can go ahead.
Ready.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Now, see, you can switch on your camera so that I will know if you're doing any mistake. I will remove this from here. Yeah. So that will be easier for me to tell you how. Now this, yeah. So this is enzyme. This is bioenzyme. It's a simple citrus bioenzyme. And see, we all know, I mean, I want to ask you, when we did this session on antimicrobial effect of bioenzyme, what have you understood out of that? Can someone answer me this? See, that's a very simple thing. The bioenzyme, we are not talking about any specific bioenzyme. When the bioenzyme goes through 90 days of fermentation, it has its own property. Chemically, this is acetic acid. If any of you have a chemistry background, you will know. Acetic acid, and it has its, it can, and it doesn't matter what have you used for making this, which fruit, which flower, it has the same property of acetic acid at the end of 90 days. And more you keep it at home, more stable it is. And more, the efficacy of bioenzyme is more, and you keep it for longer time. Okay. Now this bioenzyme, it's when they say, it has antimicrobial effect, that means it has no, the end of 90 days, it has no bacteria. It can handle the bacteria, harmful bacteria, and smell and disinfectant. It works all in one. We all know about that bioenzyme, and that is what the science says. Okay. So now I want to do one small experiment and then put the questions again. Okay. So you have a spray bottle with you. All of you have spray bottle in that. Okay. And lot of people had a doubt of smell as well, right? It smells. It is not that it is bad smell, or the smell of bioenzyme is a fermented fruit or fermented smell, right? And nobody likes it if we use it just as a floor cleaner. Now, when we use this in our home for floor cleaner, we can still we feel it's good because bioenzyme hai, and it's life for us. So this bioenzyme जो है घर में हम लोग use कर सकते हैं, but can I sell this as a floor cleaner in market? सी इसका सिंपल, आपने इसको, आपको इसका साइंस भी आपको समझना है, इसका एक्शन भी आपको समझना है, प्रॉपर्टीज भी समझना है. दिस इज एंटी बैक्टीरियल, इट कैन एंटी माइक्रोबियल. यू वाइप एनी सरफेस एनीवेयर, it it just works. It removes all your harmful bacterias from near and dear, even from the air it removes. So this also has been experimented. You just spray enzyme and instantly you will see reduction in the microbes, harmful microbes. So, and it smells because it is concentrated. Lekin ye 1 liter of this enzyme, if I put it in 200 liter of water, will it smell? Will it smell?
No.
You will not even know उसमें डाला है enzyme, right? And enzyme works, that is where the dilution theory works. When they say you use 1:500 times, 1:200 times, you will not even know. I will show you this as a very good example right now, and before I close, you will see the difference. Probably tomorrow morning also you can give me the feedback on in the group. Okay, so your container, whatever size, your plain bottle, spray bottle, or whatever size it is, add say 90% of that as water. तो आप उसमें पानी डालिए, say 90% you put the water. Okay, 90% or I can say 1 liter अगर एंजाइम है, 1 लीटर अगर पानी का बॉटल है आपका, ये 1 लीटर का बॉटल है, सो 1 लीटर पानी, 1 liter of water, you add only how much? I said 200, no? So 1:200 ratio. So tell me how many ml you have to add in this?
20 ml.
No.
पता नहीं मैथ्स अच्छी नहीं है.
5 ml, ma'am.
Okay.
2 ml.
Yeah.
10 ml actually.
Just do that because it is 1:200 ratio, I'm telling, right? So put that much of whatever water you have taken, take 200, 1:200 ratio divided by 200, and that much ml of what enzyme you put it in that. Right?
That means bottle, if bottle is 100 ml, a spray bottle, then you need to put 0.5 ml. That is
Yes.
10 drops only.
Yes, that's all. Right? And now you, इसमें fragrance कितना कौन सा रखा है? You have kept some fragrance flowers or pudina or some flower, jasmine, rose. Nice fragrance one have you kept?
I have a rose.
Okay. So just put the rose petal into that water, water and enzyme what you have kept.
Can we put lemongrass also?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything fragrance. आपको
तुलसी
आपका
है ना,
enzyme का
तुलसी.
क्या? हाँ?
तुलसी
Whatever.
Mint leaf.
Yes, just put 1
हाँ.
or 2. Don't put so much, just put 1 or 2. See, I'm just trying to show you the power of bioenzyme. And when we start segregating our product, like, disinfectant or air purifier or, this one, floor cleaner. If you said disinfectant, the floor also we are cleaning it like a disinfection, right? So both the products as a producer, it is same, but when you sell it in market, you have to put the different label to it. उसमें डाल दिया. Have you put the flower or whatever fragrance?
So you,
fragrant.
if they are mint leaves, you put only 1 or 2. So maybe the rose petal 5 to 10 or any other flowers petals you can put 5 to 10.
Yeah, I mean, very little also works. Just put and see, okay? And now you close it. Forget it, keep it aside, and let us go to the next product. We'll see this. How does it work? Because this is the power of enzyme, and all of you must see and experience it.
प्रीति जी 1 मिनट, मतलब कोई भी फ्रेग्रेंस वाला ऐड करना ना.
हाँ, you can put even dalchini or clove,
अच्छा.
anything, whatever you want your this one. Even आप अगरबत्ती को भी डुबा के निकाल सकते हो. So you get the smell, anything which smells good, just put it there. But now your liquid must be looking like a plain water, right? But we know we have put enzyme, we have put into it, and you will see the difference. Just leave it by 9:15 when we close it, you will see the change in the smell of that. उतना सा डाल के छोड़ दीजिए. Okay, now this is one. The second thing I want to talk about this laundry wash and dish wash. So most of the things, see today also when Aranaiki was teaching, she was talking about the cocoa glucoside, and yes, other day I spoke about decyl glucoside. Uh, so these are the surfactant which helps us in dissolving the fragrance to the product. और इसमें आपको जो कलर डालना है, यू कैन ऐड फूड कलर, दैट इज बेटर. एंड इवन यू सी टुडे, द टॉयलेट क्लीनर भी जो बताया ना अरन नाइकी ने, यू सी द citric acid, we use it in our food. The xanthan gum is also a edible quality, right? And color also, you can use it for your food color, whatever color you want to use, and the kind of shade you want to do it. And it just gives you the consistency. इसमें आपका स्मेल का प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगा. You will have the stable enzymes into it, but your enzyme quality has to be good, and that depends only how you make it, how the cleanliness, और जो भी समीरा जी ने बताया था. So all that we have to follow so that your end product is good. So it does need some practice to make. There's no doubt about it. But these surfactants are that is EWG grade 2. So this is can be used for dissolving your fragrance, and add your soap nut and citrus enzyme. See, some people like their, so again, I'm telling here, I'm not giving you the proper formula. I'm giving you the ways you can make it. Okay, and उसमें जो हमने बताया था ना, I will share that slide also. उस दिन what we shared about how much decyl you have to use, what is the decyl glucoside is doing, what is the cocoa glucoside is doing, yeah, to the products. I will show. I'll go from here. Okay. So, see, these properties are very important for understanding what kind of product, what is that you're looking at. Whether you're looking at making a thick gel, or you're looking at making it like a batter, dosa batter, or you want to make it like a oil flow kind of thing. So it all depends what and how much do you use all of these. So you can play around with that. There is certain formula what they make the product. So vegetable glycerin is the reason we spoke about this. We use it in making our shampoos. Okay, now in this, you might find it little confusing, because last time they did find this proportion very confusing. I want to clarify slowly, so you just understand it. Now, decyl glucoside is 1.5 or 2 times the glucoside. So if glucoside is this is one liquid, you can just mix it and keep it aside. Okay, so because this mixture you can use it for your different products. So one is like you take a glucoside. So suppose आपका glucoside 10 ml है, so mix 15 ml of 15 ml of this one, decyl glucoside. समझ में आया? So this gives the consistency of what we are talking in this previous slide. इसको आपको प्रोडक्ट को स्टेबलाइज करने में, अगर आपका glucoside is 10 ml or 1 liter, put 1.5 liter of decyl glucoside and keep it aside. So this is one solution. You can write down the numbers, because tomorrow if you ask again in the group, no, I will have to go back again and see and tell you to make you understand. So please write down very clearly. Now the ingredients are like decyl glucoside, soap nut and shikakai enzyme, citrus enzyme, water, distilled water we say, and essential oil. So in this case, you can mix your oil, you can mix your fragrance, you can make it very smooth and nice. Okay. Now, so this is one solution. 1 liter of glucoside, cocoa glucoside, and 1.5 liter of decyl glucoside. Okay. And enzymes. Now, second one is like soap nut, and we add shikakai because shikakai is good in removing the yellowness in the white clothes. You know, if you're talking about the laundry thing, because of sweat, a lot of whites gets into yellow kind of thing. So, this shikakai helps in removing that yellow. तो citrus, soap nut, शिकाकाई तीनों का equal amount, 1 liter बना के, that means the enzyme is 3 liters. Okay, so this is solution 2.
प्रीति जी,
हाँ जी,
you said शिकाकाई एंजाइम बनाना है हमें, शिकाकाई और सब्बी का.
हाँ तो बनाते हैं, मैंने बनाया है वो उसके लिए, अपना लॉन्ड्री वॉश के लिए. तो
सो इन तीनों का 1-1 लीटर एंजाइम बना के रखना है और उसी को ऐड करना है.
हाँ. So one solution is this decyl glucoside and cocoa glucoside mixture. Second solution is all the 3 enzymes, equal quantity, keep it aside. And third is, the second one को हम third बनाते हैं. तो जैसे ये 3 liters हो गया ना, enzyme is now 3 liters, right? So you put 10 times distilled water of that. कितना हो गया 3 liters का 10 times?
30 liters.
30 liters. So you add 30 liters of water in that enzyme. So your enzyme is 30 liters now.
It might be 33 liter.
No, उसका 30, हाँ total 33 हो गया ना. Correct नेहा, thank you. So वो 33 liters हो गया. That is your enzyme. Okay. Now put 10% of the solution 1 to solution 3. Solution 3 is 33 liters. उसका 10%. 10% is 3 liters, 3.3 liters. Right? So add that much. 10% is this decyl glucoside and glucoside of your solution. So then don't take that. So whatever enzyme you are making, whatever enzyme you are taking, take that much enzyme and put 10% of solution 1. And just leave it because the enzyme has to stabilize. Amala, I will get back to you. Just give me a second. Let me finish this.
So solution 1 is 1 plus 1.5 liters is 2.5 liter.
2.5. So you can make more. You can add less enzyme in that case.
So like when we are adding, you said 10% of solution 3. That means 3.3 liter. So now in this glucoside solution should be?
See, this is the ratio what I'm given here, right? So you can make more, or if you can make say 2 liters. You can take 2 liters or 20 liters of the enzyme and put 2 liters of this solution.
No, but comparatively we need to understand proportion for the solution 1, 2, and 3. That I wanted to clear.
Proportion, हाँ. So ये enzyme बना के रख दिया है. I'm just giving you the ratio. So when you're solution, if you decide, I gave an example that 1 liter of glucoside and 1.5 liter of dicyl glucoside. So you
So
can
that is
take,
solution one.
that is solution 1. So you can take 2 liters of glucoside and you can use 3 liters of this one, dicyl glucoside.
So that is 5 liter.
Keep it aside. You don't have to touch. You can use this solution for any other product also.
Okay.
हाँ, तो इसमें जितना आपको वो बनाना है एंजाइम वाला सोल्यूशन, जो थर्ड सोल्यूशन बना है ना, व्हेन यू आफ्टर एडिंग द डिस्टिल्ड वाटर, टेक दैट सोल्यूशन एंड मिक्स 10% ऑफ द फर्स्ट सोल्यूशन, ग्लूकोसाइड एंड डिसाइल ग्लूकोसाइड, and leave it overnight. It has to be left because the enzyme has to stabilize. नहीं तो वो बॉटल कभी फूल जाता है, कभी ये हो जाता है, तो it takes time.
तो ये 33 लीटर के हिसाब से 10% अगर जो ऐड करना है
तो वो
कितना होगा?
3.3 लीटर्स।
3.3।
हाँ,
वो थोड़ी मैथ्स सही नहीं है ना, तो इसीलिए।
हाँ, सो इसीलिए मैं भी बात, क्योंकि आई अंडरस्टूड लास्ट टाइम, आई डिड से बिकॉज आई अंडरस्टूड, आई थॉट एवरीबody else will understand. So this is what it is. And once your product is stabilized, the next day after that you can add 5%, 3 to 5% of essential oil, whatever you want to. And you can add color also. If you want to add, you can add color also in this. Whatever color you wish to, you can add the color. Yes, Amla?
We can use instead of distilled water, can water also use.
Yes, you can use. This is, I'm telling because the market, how you want, is basically a water, distilled water or you water. It's all the end
For
product, how you
commercial
want the
also,
end.
mineral water will use.
Yeah, whatever you want to, whatever you can afford, because all these things, no, this is where your product cost will differ. Some people, they use the premium essential oil, and some, always distilled water. Again, all these things are costly. So when you put the money into it, that is where the product cost differs, right?
Yes.
But you can do the experiment, you can see how you make it. You can, there's no fast rule in this as far as your ingredients are very healthy. You're not spoiling it. So in any of these, I can say any of these product, अगर ये by mistake भी किसी के मुंह में जाता है ना, तो कुछ नहीं होएगा. So dishwash is also similarly because ingredients are same. So laundry wash, dishwash, laundry wash, you can put some perfume, some other perfume for your dishwash. It's the same thing.
Preeti ji, sorry to interrupt. I just
Yeah.
wanted to conclude all the procedure you said. First, we will do solution 1, that is cocoa glucoside and decyl glucoside. We
Yeah.
mix and put it aside, right? So that proportion is 1:1.5, right? So that we had put aside. Second solution is 3 enzymes, shikakai, soapnut, and citrus. That all we mix in a same proportion, 1:1:1, and then put aside. Then the solution 3, which will we add 10 times water to this enzymes, right?
Yes.
So that become 33 liter.
Yes.
That also we put aside.
Yeah.
Maybe overnight for mix well. Yeah. Now next day we will mix solution 1 and 3.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to confirm what is the ratio between solution 1 and 3 we are going to mix.
So see, you have to take, suppose you are making 5 liters of your laundry wash. So 5 liter ka 10% you put this glucoside and cocoa glucoside.
So that is 500 ml. And solution 3?
Solution 3, you're taking 5 liter. You're taking 5 liter of solution 3, add 10% of 5 liter and make the solution 4.
Okay, now it is okay. Solution. Yes. Now, okay. For
Abhi
solution
clear ho gaya
4,
na?
yeah.
हाँ,
For solution 4, we are mixing solution 1 and 3. The
हाँ.
final 5 liter.
Is 500, 5 liter, 500, 5.5 liter.
Yeah. So, okay. Now I got the point.
The
Yes.
fourth bullet is confusing. Can you please, the fourth bullet? So it's like a lot of proportions, right?
So I'm giving this because if you understand this, no, this is like a foundation. You can do it for any product. So take your time and understand this. This will be there in the book also.
Again, one more question.
Yeah.
You said for solution 4,
Mm-hmm.
I am adding solution 1.
No.
3.
3. Solution 3 and solution 1 is becoming solution 4. That is your product.
Okay. So solution 3 is 5 liter and solution 1 is 500 ml. So
Yeah.
my solution 4 is 5.5 liter.
Yes.
Okay. And after 24 hours again, I will add essential oil.
Yeah.
That might be 3 to 5% of 5.5 liter.
Yes.
So this essential oil will mix, or we need to do something like we need anything to
Nothing you need.
dissolve. Because now it is with the glucoside, so it will dissolve.
Yeah, it will dissolve, and this is always at the end we put it, because once the enzyme is stabilized, everything is stabilized, nothing is volatile. At the end, you just mix with this one
So we can
essential
wait
oil.
till 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
तो इसको भी कवर करके रखना है?
कवर करो तो अच्छा है, कभी मक्खी मच्छर ना गिरे.
नहीं मतलब वो एयर टाइट वाला मतलब
No, nothing as
जैसे
that. You can just leave it open, yeah.
मैडम ये इसको रेडी होने के बाद में हम अपने मतलब अगर वो 5.5 लीटर बन गया तो एक
हाँ.
लीटर के 6 बोतलें में हम लोग इसको पैक करके रख सकते हैं, राइट?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
इसको फिर यूज कैसे करना है इसको?
So ये
फॉर
laundry wash, हाँ. So laundry wash, it is like a normal liquid. So you can see how much I mean, what we make, it's like just 10 ml. We use it for one load of washing machine.
ओके, अच्छा.
Yeah. Ruchi,
एंड
yes, please.
और जो डिश वॉश आपने डिश वॉश लिक्विड जो बनेगा यही बनेगा अलग फ्रेग्रेंस के
हाँ.
साथ में, राइट? तो
हाँ.
वो भी जैसे मतलब दूसरा हम लोग यूज करते हैं वैसे ही करना, जो मार्केट में मिलता है
हाँ,
जो
वो
यूज करते हैं
उसको
वैसे.
dilute करके see, we
अच्छा,
have this enzyme product, and
ये
enzyme
ये
works
ये सॉरी टू
best.
इंटरप्ट,
हाँ.
सॉरी, यही पूछना चाहता था कि जो बन गया
हम्म.
उसको फिर डाइल्यूट करके यूज करना है या डायरेक्ट ये
हाँ,
सॉल्यूशन यूज
नहीं,
करना है?
नॉट लॉन्ड्री वॉश. लॉन्ड्री वॉश एनीवे ये मिक्सिंग वॉशिंग मशीन में पानी में
फाइन,
मिक्स हो जाता है.
राइट
लेकिन
राइट
डिश
राइट.
वॉश जो है ना, आई ऑलवेज गिव इंस्ट्रक्शंस दैट dilute it and use it. So
ओके,
you're
देन
giving the
व्हाट विल द
concentrate.
डाइल्यूशन?
Huh?
हाँ,
So
डाइल्यूशन
when
क्या
you
रहेगा
make
इसका?
your product, you can see, you can, when you do the testing of your product, no, so you don't do the testing for bioenzyme, you do the testing for laundry wash, for dish wash.
राइट.
So you can ask them for the dilution ratio. They will do the test and they will tell you,
ओके
you
ओके,
know,
थैंक
how
यू.
efficient is your product. So this NABL lab can do these kind of test.
ओके ओके
Yeah.
ओके,
Yes,
थैंक यू
Ruchi.
मैडम.
Yes, Ruchi. आप म्यूट पे हैं, नहीं सुनाई पड़ रहा.
मैम, इसका
हाँ.
पीएच भी हमको देखना पड़ेगा क्या?
पीएच देखना पड़ता है इसका. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, व्हेन यू कीप इट फॉर स्टेबलाइजिंग ना, इट दे आर गुड. न्यूट्रल रहता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. दैट्स व्हाई द प्रोडक्ट, द एंजाइम एज एंड ऑल दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट इज व्हाई वी कीप इंसिस्टिंग फर्स्ट अच्छा एंजाइम बनाना हो.
And one more glucoside, ma'am, I have read about it. That is L'Oreal glucoside.
No, don't use that L'Oreal. L'Oreal is a problem. So that
Okay.
comes into EWG 3 or 4.
And CAPB also, ma'am. CAPB also.
हाँ तो आप देख लो ना उसमें आपको ऑनलाइन मिल जाएगा ये सब का. So this is what we make it. So I have shared this. So you can see what does it come into EWG now that you know what is EWG, right? So you can see that and do. Right?
Yes, ma'am, I have read it, and they say that it is completely biodegradable and it also has an EcoCert certification. आप इसको यूज कर सकते हैं नेचुरल और ऑर्गेनिक टाइप ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स में वो
See,
मैंने
so
देखा हुआ है।
everything, if I tell you no, I mean all the chemicals are also made on earth. So some element comes from here, there, but they are, even if, see now, you get those sachet, no, eco-soluble kind of thing, the small sachet aata hai, you put it in washing machine, they say it get dissolved in it and you don't have to worry and all that. But those kind of things are adding microplastic to the water. So I will not call, even if they call it as, eco-friendly and all that, and they have got eco certificate. I will not consider it because I saw it is causing a lot of issues with microplastics.
Okay. Thank you.
It get dissolved in water, but everything is getting mixed in water, no? That is what the challenge we are facing, right? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Neha?
Preeti ji, if we make enzyme out of soap nut and sikakai, or if we infuse it, what will make difference in our product stability and all that aspects?
That you have to try it out. Because I have made enzyme and I've used only enzyme. I don't infuse it because then I find it a little laborious. So there's nothing wrong in trying it out. You can try that.
So for stability aspect, I'm asking.
The stability, I felt the enzymes are more stable than the infused one. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
And what should be the pH when the laundry wash or dish wash is ready product? Ideal pH.
Alkaline and neutral are what something what they see.
So like it should be neutralized means 7?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about the toilet cleaner? They say 2.5 to 3.5.
See,
Is it
all our products, they say acidic because they are selling it. This one, they are selling acid in the market. We are not talking about selling the acid. So pH of usually they are on alkaline side for the laundry wash and dishwash.
So I'm asking about the toilet cleaner, which we use today.
Yeah.
So the pH they mentioned 2.5 to 3.5. Is it advisable?
No, but it's only after your product is made. Enzyme products are usually neutral. And that is why it is, we recommend this. It is not poisonous. Can we take some more questions quickly? And because we already 9:15 now. Maureen?
Preeti, instead of these glucosides,
Yes.
can we replace soap nut and shitakai? We only, if I really want to go green.
No, you can. And these products are decyl glucoside and glucoside is 100% natural, Maureen. See, I will tell you, my garden, my washing machine is in my garden because I'm very lazy fellow. I don't like to keep putting enzyme every day to my garden. So I've put my washing machine in my garden. So all my products are directly going into the soil so that I don't have to, put enzyme to it.
The other reason it's very costly over here. That's why I'm just thinking whether
Yeah, so
we go on.
make premium products. Bioenzyme product has to be good for people to accept it, and it is not costlier than anybody's health, right?
Yeah, I'm experimenting
Yeah.
with soap since I'm making soap, but then there are issues, it neutralizes and all that. So maybe
Yeah.
I'll keep experimenting.
Huh.
And also, instead of water, can I have any teas, herbal teas?
Instead of
water?
Water.
Yeah. 10 times that we had to add water for this particular solution. Can I add any plant-based teas?
Yes, you
Tea?
can do that. You
Right.
can do that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ma'am, hello ma'am, Neha here.
Neha.
Ma'am, when we make these all products, then before launching it in market, then any test certification.
NABL. NABL lab will test your product. You can get the efficacy test done.
So ma'am, in NABL lab, at what parameters they are testing these all
Ask them
products?
for efficacy test if your products are
Efficacy.
efficient, or it all depends. You have to keep adding. Every test will add on money. The basic thing is efficacy. If you want to test for the dilution, you give them some more money. They will give you what dilution you have to do. If you want that 99.999% of germ free, you give them some more money. They will give you that also. So all this thing, it's all NABL. What do you want to put it in your label? So that is why the planning, the product designing is important. How are you positioning? What do you want to show in your product label? So plan it well before even going for testing. Testing is expensive. When you're done with all your basic work, homework, and then go for testing, that's a sincere advice.
And even people has to keep it for at least 6 months for the stability at their goal before launching.
Check the product, yes. How does it behave? Yes, Ujjwala?
Ma'am, regarding the laundry liquid which you showed now,
Yeah.
no thickeners are added here.
No, I think this is good enough.
Okay.
People, they do add. See, as a person, I'm a minimalist, so I like to use minimum things so that I reduce my resources. Now, in this also, I have tried reducing, trying to get best with the minimum things around. You can add xanthan gum. देखो कोई भी मिठाई बनाते हो ना तो उसमें घी और चीनी जितना डालोगे उतना अच्छा टेस्ट रहेगा. तो मुझे बिना घी और चीनी का बनाना है तो it's a challenging for me, but yeah, less resource and more efficient. That is
Yes.
what I'm. So you can definitely work around that. You can put xanthan gum, you can put glycerin, you can put citric acid. All these things are there. Options are. That is why we spoke about it, right? Now, shall we go to the next one? We are already late, running late. Shampoo or a body wash. So, see, we all know, right, what is good for our hair. Curry patta, hibiscus, amla, shikakai, sopnat, methi, mehendi. So, whatever you feel you want to put it in your enzyme, make in your hair wash, make enzyme out of that. Put everything together in one bottle and make an enzyme with that. And when that enzyme is ready, mix it with this solution one and essential oil, your product is ready. And we do add little glycerin in hair wash because it is very smooth and it gives a good texture for the shampoo, not like laundry wash. So we do add glycerin to it so that we get the good texture. That's it. You can add almond oil, you can add coconut oil, everything you can mix it and just make it. It works. So glycerin is again just 3% of the entire solution, what we add for the shampoo. Yes, Ruchi.
Ma'am, while making shampoo, when we add flaxseed, so we should make gel before making the enzyme, or we should add the flaxseed itself?
You can add flaxseed itself. You can add gel later also in that to get that kind of texture. So it's absolutely fine. But to get the stability, you use these decyl glucoside and glucoside. These are good and safe even for babies. Put glycerin also for the soft texture. Even flaxseed is good. So it's a completely your menu. We are just talking about the ingredient. I'm giving you the gyan for ingredient, what is good, what you can use. We have options are there. So do that. Study well. I'll be sharing the book first. Study well.
Ma'am, for shampoo, I wanted to clarify, like we are making a bioenzyme out of these all ingredients, which is good for the hair.
Yeah.
And we are mixing with the solution one.
Yes.
So can you tell me the proportion for solution one and this bioenzyme?
It's the same proportion what I gave, and you can add little glycerin also to that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this enzyme also we add with the distilled water, or we are taking only.
No, distilled water. I usually prefer distilled water when you're doing the market ready product. Your product has to be the quality product. Otherwise, people will not accept it.
So same ratio for enzyme and distilled water 10
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
And same ratio to this solution 2 and
Yeah.
solution 1.
Yeah. And you can add in that, you can add some 5% glycerin as well.
Okay, okay.
Vegetable glycerin. Yes, Pragati?
So what not to add? What can be counterproductive? Like you mentioned yesterday, somebody mentioned about chlorine water that can be counterproductive.
Huh.
What not to add?
See, I uh, I don't know what not to add, but yeah, the surfactant, what I said, when you browse, you will know the zero EWG group 3 or 4. I will not prefer that to to use that, because these are all pollutant. So try using the best for the environment, because we are the solution. See, even marketing, Dr. Anand was talking about, talk about the solution. What problem are you solving? Get into that.
As in, what can react badly with a bioenzyme?
See, bioenzyme will not react with anything. Even if it is the worst pollutant, we have done it. We have done some work even with heavy metals, which is supposed to be very harmful for the body. Bioenzyme has broken it down. That is the purpose of bioenzyme. That is where we started this seminar, right? It breaks down, but the work that we are giving lot of work, lot of burden to microbes, but it has the capacity to break it down, any kind of inorganic and organic matter. Bioenzyme doesn't react, but yes, the enzyme which is meant for, generally, I mean, for the personal care product, you have to use certain hibiscus, aloe vera, all these kind of thing. You will not use any whatever different enzyme are there. Citrus, we may not use so much for the hair and all that. So that is where the choosing, we took the session, what enzyme, what herbs you need to use, select for the personal care, what herb is for the cleaning products. So all that details, again, you will find it in the book. You will get it. See, for any product, formulation is not a big deal. So don't get into numbers and all that. Understand the basics of bioenzyme. You'll be able to crack any product. Right?
Yeah, thank you.
I have
Yeah,
a question, ma'am.
Yes. Who's this?
Ma'am, actually for the shampoo, all the ingredients has to be in 3 ratio, right, ma'am? 1:3:10. It should be within that 3, right?
3, yes. Everything has
Okay.
to be in 3
Thank you.
ratio, yes. Okay, so I think I conclude this one. And yesterday, actually, Ekta was supposed to come. She had some issue, and today she has joined. So, Ekta, can I call you online for a few minutes, and then we can uh, move ahead? And I think Shubhangi, we are done. She had some electricity issue and all that. Anyway, we can continue. You're mute.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question.
Yes, Kiran.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the surfactant that we are using, decyl and cocoa
Yes.
glycoside,
Yes.
sometimes after after 1 or 2 months within the bottles, the leather is not very dense leather. It generally dissipates.
No, that is why you have seen the combination of these two we have to add. We can't add only one. And uh, that is where it works.
Okay, the glucoside and decyl both. Because
Combination of that.
because decyl तो dissipate हो जाता है.
हाँ.
Cocoa glucoside will
नहीं
remain.
होता है. It doesn't happen. And cocoa glucoside is gentler than decyl.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Preeti ji,
हाँ जी नागेश जी.
before we conclude this
Yes.
event,
Yes.
we want to give the clap for Basanti and give the standing ovation for her.
Yay.
Because this is the big achievement of this total program. So I respect on that part. Thank you very much.
Actually, when I was seeing the way Vasanti's video, when she was putting, the ingredient in the vessel for making the soap, मुझे लगा था अभी गिरेगा, but she managed it so well, so well.
Very, very smiling and very comfortable and very prompt on that her restrictions.
Yes.
So I want to give it a very kind respect on that part.
Yes. Thank you, Vasanti. I think she left. So can we have all the cameras on? We'll take one picture at least. Swati, आप ले सकते हो? Okay, I will take it.
हाँ मुझे नहीं आता अभी.
Okay. Where did Vasanti go?
अगर वो नहीं हो तो 1 मिनट के लिए बुला सकते हैं उसको फोन करके.
Arangnagi, can you call her quickly?
Preeti, what do we do with the spray?
Okay, good question. I forgot about it. You can open and smell it. Your enzyme will smell like that perfume. And that's the power of enzyme. And if you can't smell, can you? Can you? अभी आता है बदबू एंजाइम से? बहुतों को आ रहा था ना शुरू में.
You told na for agarbatti, right? So after come out, I mean after just put it out of the bottle.
You just have to dip it, shake it, because agarbatti has a very strong smell, and remove
smell.
it. You can't leave it like this. Huh?
Smell remains for a long
Yes.
time.
Yes.
Actually, I'm into the agarbatti and all organic things.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking the question. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Vasanti? Arangnagi, she's coming. Where is she?
Preeti, I have a question.
Yes, please.
जब स्वाति जब आपने यहाँ पर सेशन लिया था, मैंने उस टाइम से ही वो जो पील्स थे वो बायोन्स मतलब उस क्वांटिटी में मिक्स करके रखे हुए हैं, बट स्टिल हैवंट डन एनीथिंग. तो इज इट स्टिल यूजफुल और नॉट?
बढ़िया, आपका अच्छा पुराना हो गया, 1 साल, बहुत बढ़िया एंजाइम बनेगा.
Enzyme is
हाँ, तो
immortal.
वो इट्स
हाँ,
अराउंड 15 लीटर्स. इट्स अबाउट
बहुत बढ़िया.
15 लीटर्स. और वो अभी तक ऐसे ही है. आई
तो
थिंक जुलाई
आपने
में उसको
देखिए
1 ईयर
अपना
हो
रूम
जाएगा.
फ्रेशनर अभी मैंने बताया बनाना, कितना कितना लगा उसमें? आपका पूरा लाइफ काफी है वो 15 लीटर
हाँ.
के प्योरीफायर.
Okay, okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I will definitely take your guidance that how
Yes.
I can use that 15 liters of bioenzyme now.
Yeah. Arangnaiki, did she join?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Vasanti, where are you? Vasanti, we are all very
His
proud of
laptop
you. Huh?
power down.
Oh, mobile. Vasanti, we are very proud of you, and how nicely you were mixing all the ingredient, because soap is very complicated process, and you have done it so nicely.
Coordination of mixing all the ingredients was very good.
Huh.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know, soap making is considered as one of the complicated process.
Especially when the lye is being dissolved at the time caustic soda process, and ma'am was handling such a
हाँ
comfortable way.
हाँ. So if you make this one,
उससे में
yes,
हीट भी
Supriya.
निकलती है और बहुत
हाँ,
ध्यान रखना पड़ता है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. And she did it very beautifully. Yes,
Yes, yes.
Supriya.
What will be the shelf
Your voice is echoing.
What will be the shelf life of the product after we mix everything?
See, this also your NABL can give you the certificate. But if you ask as a bioenzyme enthusiast, bioenzyme, that's what I was telling, it's an immortal product. It doesn't die. So you can use it forever.
Okay.
So I also
Thank
have
you.
some enzyme which are 50-year-old. So they're all good. And that's an
Thank you.
advantage, I feel. Vasanti, namaskara. And thank you so much for participation. And can I, if someone has anything to talk about, Vasanti, namaskara.
Namaskar, ma'am.
ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರಿ.
ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಡೌನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Oh, no
ಆಫ್ ಆಯ್ತು.
problem. No problem. I told her you have spoken very well.
Thank
The
you.
event was very nicely done. All of us liked it, Vasanti. And good luck. Her products are available on Amazon as Tumbi Essential Soap. And her soaps are really good. And she teaches computers to blinds. And she is a lecturer in a school. She teaches Tamil. So, Basanti, good, very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyone else has anything to say about this program? Do you find it is useful? Okay. So, Swati ji, all up to you. Just close the session. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you
Yes.
very much, Preeti ma'am, for the wonderful session
Yes.
for
Can I
conducting
speak,
for 3
please?
days.
Yeah, 1 minute, Kiran. Yes, yes.
I'm Maureen's daughter actually, and this is I've been familiar with the 1:3:10 ratios, but what I found interesting with yesterday's session was the research that was done and how it's been scientifically proven to be effective, and also with the bread samples, and that was fascinating to know. And I really I'm very convinced, and I feel that this is a very good thing that you all are doing. So now I'm going to try to make my own bioenzyme, although I've not ever tried. It's my mother who had made, so I'm going to try
Welcome to
making
the group.
different ingredients.
Welcome to the group. Be a support to your mom.
Yes. Thank you, Preeti ji.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Start करूँ मैं?
जी.
Thank you to our special guest Edgar sir, and our speakers Arangyanki and Vasanti ji, Dr. Anand, our moderator Shubhangi, and our success story by Vipin Sarin sir, Padma for reciting Shanti Path. And as we come to the end of this inspiring 3-day workshop, Beyond 1310, Innovation and Product Development, I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude on behalf of the Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy of India. A sincere thanks to all our respected speakers, moderators, and special guests who generously shared their success story, knowledge, and experience and vision. Your guidance has motivated participants to think beyond traditional methods and move towards innovation, sustainability, and self-reliance. Special gratitude to our guest speakers and experts for giving practical insights on product development, legal compliances, financial support, formulations, and market strategies. Your sessions have truly empowered participants to take confident steps toward entrepreneurship and sustainable growth. We also thank our participants who joined with enthusiasm, curiosity, dedication, and your active participation made this workshop interactive and meaningful. A special appreciation to the organizing team and volunteers working behind the scenes to make this event successful and smooth. This workshop was not just about learning formulations, it was about building confidence, creating opportunities, and contributing towards an Atmanirbhar Bharat with eco-conscious solutions. Let us continue this journey of innovation, collaboration, and sustainability together. Thank you once again to everyone. Wishing you all success, growth, and many meaningful creations ahead. Have a wonderful evening. And before closing, let's have a pledge. I pledge to embrace and promote the use of bioenzymes to protect our soil, air, and water. I commit to making and using bioenzyme for organic waste management, reducing chemical pollutants, and fostering sustainable ecosystems. Together, we will safeguard our environment and create a cleaner, healthier world for all. Thank you. प्रीति जी कुछ मिस हो गया तो बाकी आप